Hey everybody, this is Matt, your chaotic writer, and we are back for another episode of Tales of SEGLESIA, episode 18, The Serpent Rises. Once again, thank you very much for everybody coming back, watching the next chapter of this adventure. We have a full roster. Oh, actually, no, we are down one person potentially, but that's fine. We got 5 players, and you know them. You love them. We'll get to them in a moment, but we have a couple things to mention before we kickstart this session. First, please stay tuned. Everybody who is involved in the Project Aurora group, stay tuned because there is a upcoming mini project within Project Aurora, which is one-shot based. There is going to be all sorts of awesome things coming out of this project. And of course, you're probably wondering, what is Project Aurora in the first place? Well, this campaign is one of the campaigns in Project Aurora. And Project Aurora is a living world setting with many campaigns, many DMs, many more players, and just, you know, one world where all these things take place in. Different campaigns interact with each other, and the mini project in particular is a microcosm, laser focused on crossovers and events in one shot happening in another one shot. So if that suits your fancy, please jump into the Project Aurora Discord, say hello to everybody. And, you know, it's a very friendly and inclusive community, especially if you are somebody who loves tabletop role-playing and Dungeons and Dragons. And even if you've never played Dungeons and Dragons before, this is a fantastic opportunity for you to enter the project, because there will be an opportunity to play. Second announcement, sidebar, there is, boom, a completely other set of one-shots, completely unrelated, and these are Patreon-specific one-shots, patron-specific one-shots, run by me, Chaotic Writer. That is to say, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you very much, Phoenix V. That is to say that these one-shots are basically special run shots that I provide as a promise to my patrons. However, you don't need to be a patron to play, to have a chance to play, that is. Patrons get automatic preference if they express that they want to play in one or the other. But if you're not a patron, you can certainly express interest, and you may raffle your way into becoming a player in one of the one-shots that I'm running aside from Project Aurora. Those one-shots are all sorts of zany, crazy ways of me exploring other tabletop systems and other ways of running D&D, if potentially just running D&D. And the one for this month, for March, is going to be called Cleanup of Legends. It is a League of Legends Dungeons and Dragons one-shot where the characters are not the legends, but the minions, cleaning up after a match at Summoner's Rift, and all of the challenges and drama that precedes that word after the match. You see, usually I have a prop where I could be like, okay, take 2, but my thing's missing. Doesn't matter. Hey, let's just switch over to our players. Let's have a conversation. Let's get immersed. We also have some new art to reveal. But before we get to that point, let's say hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It is great to see everybody here. We have 5 players this evening. We have Larpstrong Carter playing as Roby.
Oh, you let me go first?
I'll let you go first.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm here to help.
And then we have Sensei Suplex playing as Rashid.
Yo.
We have Sean slash Blackman Inc. playing as Scoop.
Send feet pics.
We have Squigs playing as Winveer.
Hello there.
And then we have Ambrose playing as Zug.
Reckless attack!
Jesus Christ, I just pooped myself.
Now, can I just say, have you ever heard of a MMO RPG project known as Project Aurora? An experience where you, yes, you, the viewer, can get involved. No, I'm kidding. Please let me stop.
No, this is universe. Keep going.
Oh, no, actually, I got to stop because I got to make way for the real hype man of PA. Ambrose, take it away.
Yeah, Ambrose, take it away.
Guys, do you want to experience a D&D MMORPG experience where a bunch of campaigns are run by different DMs that can affect each other? Well, I got news for you. We have one. It's called Project Aurora. Join us.
Beautiful.
Y'all are fantastic promoters, and it is an amazing thing that everybody is so in sync. But listen, I do have a question. I know last time I was like, screw the questions, let's just go into it. But I had one. And this one is, if you can imagine your character, whether it be Rashid or Roby or Zug, Winveer or Scoop, if you could imagine your character in an alter ego, in a cyberpunk alter ego, that is to say, you are in a cyberpunk setting, what would you look like? Would you have any augmentations? And what do you imagine you would be doing in that setting?
I mean, unless someone wants to go first.
I mean, I'll go first.
Go for it.
Probably pretty close to the same thing. I think in a cyberpunk setting, tattoos would be just, if not more, popular. He would probably have some type of cybernetic, like horns, some type of like, I don't know the actual words for it. Oh yeah, I do. Horseshoes, like some cybernetic like horseshoes that like give boosters on like the bottom of his feet, something like that. I can imagine, but probably doing the exact same thing.
Gotcha. I mean, tattoo artists in a cyberpunk universe seems pretty on par for the course. Probably some like cybernetic additions to your tattooing that allows the tattoo to light up and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of neon lights.
I want to hear from Ambrose, the player of Zug. If Zug was a cyberpunk character, what would they be wearing? What would they look like? What would they be doing?
Zug will be a cage fighter that augmented his body to be the biggest and strongest possible. So his knuckles will have metal embedded on them. He would wear like chains around him and shit. And he would be big.
So, so he would have chains around him.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel like he would.
I gotcha. So, I can definitely see it. I can see somebody, strong mans, big mans. I would still imagine you still call big mans and small mans.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's going to change at all. Hey, Roby, this is probably going to be an easy one since you're an automaton, but cyberpunk alter ego.
Yeah, see, I was thinking about this. I just imagine that, like, Roby in the future would be one of those, like, biomechanical, like, he's an entire ship or maybe an entire building he's part of, kind of, like, built into it, and then it's just a hospital. People come and get fixed.
So you are literally in the form of an entire building? You're like an automated building that like assembly lines people through their healthcare. Is that
Yeah.
Is that the vibe?
Yeah, you walk in, the door's open, and his voice is just like, "I am here. How can I help you?"
Yeah, so like your face pops up on like a holographic. You are the persona of the build of the building.
Yep.
You're the artificial intelligence. Got it. That's actually pretty tight. And then of course we got Squigs playing as Windveer. Hey, Cyberpunk.
Well, wouldn't it be obvious? An a high-end CFO of Tabalta Holdings,
Okay.
having augmented an augmented eye as well as various neural links that allows them to be able to access when it comes to a lot of the information needed. And yeah, it's just kind of how it is. It's pretty much just kind of looking the same, except now wearing a snazzy suit.
Gotcha. Snazzy suit. Straight business. Finally, Sensei Suplex playing as Rashid. Cyberpunk
yes,
Rashid. What is the vibe?
I'll try to keep it short, but I think this is an interesting one because I actually do this sort of thing with Rashid when he ever uses mirror image of like what a cyberpunk Rashid would look like. So I think Rashid, like even like the way I try to play him intentionally is that he's all in all a street kid, 100%. He kind of like not really like sort of going with the whole sort of what's it called? Not noble. What is it called specifically? People played Cyberpunk. What are the origins? Please help me. I forgot.
Corpo.
Corpo, and then I don't know what the other one is. Nomad, that sort of thing.
Nomad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not either of those. Like I'm trying to play like a sort of street kid sort of origin rather in the likes of a high fantasy setting. I think appearance wise, you definitely have some augmentations for the likes of his oculi eyes to be able to like see further and further than almost anybody else. For considering he's also the sin of greed, rather than probably having a bunch of gold, the way they have it in the cyberpunk universe is, you know, the more modifications you have, probably the more rich you are. So he'd probably be decked out with multiple modifications, from the arms to the horns to the legs, like almost everything to that point.
Hell yeah. So augmented. So basically a transhumanist Rashid augmented to out the wazoo.
Exactly.
That sounds amazing. So that's going to be it for the questions, but I'm going to do some magic here. Bibbity bobbity boo. What is that? There's new art for Zug?
Oh,
Yo,
I'm surprised.
everybody check out his reactive image. He's got some new art.
Oh yeah.
And I'm thick.
Dummy thick. If y'all are curious about the art, this is brand new commissioned art for Zug, made by Majid, otherwise known as Madraw. A fantastic piece of work, of which I will show you on stream here, just as we get ramped up. But I want to make sure that I consolidate all of the things I need to do in the backdrop and all the things I need to do in the foredrop. So that will get rolled out in due time. But lo and behold, it's time. Is everybody ready for some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we begin making sure that the tune begins to play proper. Let me know if you're not able to hear music. Oh, there we go.
It's gonna probably take a second to load regardless.
I hear it.
Regardless, you can start though.
All right.
I heard it as well.
The Righteous Sacrifice. A party of adventurers, intrepid adventurers, who have embarked upon many different missions together, find themselves chasing after the dramatic need of one of their members. In particular, the discovery and seizure of the weapons of Dendar, the World Serpent. These weapons are hidden somewhere within the Baker's Row. But their exact whereabouts is yet unknown. What is known is a speaker for Dendar, that is to say, former speaker for Dendar, known as Lala Su, has set our adventurers on the path towards these relics. And this path has driven them into the underground. With the addition of a new compatriot in Scoop, who is a satyr with a penchant for tattoos. Our party drudges through the underground, hoping to find themselves on the other side so that they can get that much closer to their objective. But now that they are set on the path, it will not take long for them to find their eventual destination. The biggest question really is, will their adversaries find a way to stop them? And that is to say, adversaries that they are aware of, in addition to adversaries they may have not been aware of. We return to a scene in the sewers underneath Canal Side, where a battle had just begun not too long ago. That battle, while it was simple in concept from the beginning, fighting infested Kuotoa, it seems with the death of one of these creatures, things have become quite complicated, as an intellect devourer makes its presence known. And so, I ask you, the party, what fate lies before you? What do you hope to do to get yourself out of this particular crisis? What sort of obstacles still lie in wait ahead of you? We will find out tonight on Tales of Seglesia, Session 18, The Serpent Rises. As I bring us back into the tune, the vibe of the moment. Just moments, just seconds after it was unveiled who their true adversaries were in this battle. As I bring us all back to the scene of the fight, picking up directly from where we left off. Did the screen go black for everybody?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
I can see.
No.
You can see.
Oh wait, the stream. Yeah, the stream did.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
wondering. I'm wondering why
Oh,
the
yeah.
stream did, because.
Oh yeah, it did.
All right. Let me reset the stream for a moment. Okay. Nobody take any moves. Nobody move.
Can we reset the game as well? I think I'd like to start back when we were in the tavern, if that's okay.
That's not how this works. That's not how this works at all. Not at all. But I will say one thing. One thing will be done. One thing will be changed before we fully embark, and that is the token for Zug. I'll make sure that token for Zug is updated by the time we get back to him. But in this precise moment, we are about to meet a potentially grisly fate if something is not done. And so, the battle, the order had already been rolled since last time, and everything has been maintained since last session. So all I do is press forward, and we are top of the order. And the top of the order is Rashid Al-Safar. It is your turn, my friend. If you have any questions to bring that you need to ask in order to bring us back into the moment further, feel free to ask them.
Sure thing. So I see the intellect devour. Obviously, Rashid barely knowing what that thing is. Besides, it's a fucking walking brain. He sees that happen. I mean, he can't really do anything too much about it because, you know, he's kind of locked in combat with this individual over here. So he's got to focus. Now, the question that I have is more of a mechanical thing. Can I cast Green Flame Blade, use that as an action, and make the weapon attack or whatever part of the action, and then use a bonus action to do an offhand attack? Or no, I can't.
So my question is that what is Green Flame Blade in terms of, is it an action or a bonus action?
It is an action. I basically make a weapon attack a part of that same action, and flames jump from the first enemy to the second enemy. I'm near it.
Okay, so you're asking is, can you make an action?
Can I do that and then make an offhand attack as a bonus action like I usually do?
Well,
I want to say something real quick, Matt.
Sure.
Because depending on what you say for this would definitely affect Scoop as well. Because he could do the same thing. So I don't want you to say yes in this case, and then have to like say no for like Scoop, because he would do that constantly. Depending on how you rule an action like this.
But isn't it raw? That's how it works. Because your Green Flame Blade is part of your action. It's not additional.
Technically casting a spell.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
So I've
it's like,
seen
I
it
don't know.
go both ways. It depends on the.
Really?
Yeah.
But it is an attack action, isn't it?
You're using the action cast
Technically,
spell
no. Yeah.
to make a melee attack action.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because you're doing a spell, not an attack. Ooh.
my
Yeah,
question
exactly.
for you, well, the thing is that I know the rules typically says anybody wielding two light weapons can attack with one weapon and use a bonus action to make an offhand attack. Now, here's the thing: if you don't have a weapon in that hand, does that qualify? That is a good question. So let me check. Let's take a quick moment, because I wanna check really quick. Offhand melee attacks.
That being said, while you're doing that, I can throw a little bit of role play in there, and Rashid will just yell out, "What the fuck is that? What?"
His brain got scared of Zerg and ran away.
I don't think it's the proper time to be talking about this. This thing might be a little too dangerous.
Winvir, can you handle that to someone? I'm a little busy.
I think I can handle this one.
Alright. Oh, God. I don't know. I think I saw that or read something about that in somewhere. I can't remember.
Oh, I gotcha. So I think the formal rules in errata does, and I may have ruled it previous in certain cases, but now that I actually see it, unarmed strikes are not considered weapons. So the technical ruling is no offhand second strike as a bonus action, whether or not you have two weapon fighting or not.
Okie dokie. Just making sure.
All right.
I'll just save it for level 6. It'll become relevant for. But for right now, I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna go stabbing, motherfucker. All right. We're going to stab this individual directly in the throat if I can touch them. We're going to hit that attack button. It's an 11 to hit. We're rolling hot already. That's what we like to see.
11 to hit.
Yep.
And which creature you are targeting? I can't see which one you're targeting. You're targeting this one.
The one in front of Zug.
Okay, 11 is its armor class.
Oh shoot! Okay, that's what we like to hear. All right, damage. Not bad. 8 points of damage to that guy.
All right.
As I just basically try to stab the blade almost through, from below, kind of through his chin, trying kind of upwards towards his mouth if I can. If he is still alive, then I'm gonna just immediately bring the second blade and try to do the same thing.
He's still alive as you create a massive laceration across the bottom of his chin, almost piercing into its mouth. It gags as you make this strike, and you may continue.
Second attack's gonna be a 14 to hit and 4 points of damage.
14 to hit, 4 points of damage. 14 will hit, and let's make sure that we make our necessary addition to that damage. Anything else?
That being said, 2 strikes directly below into the chin. He'll take the blades out and defend himself to end his turn.
All right. In which case, we bring it forward. And it is now Winveer Pendragon's turn.
All right. I think I got this. As he just looks at him stoically, at this little creature. And, just kind of like locks eyes to where he thinks its eyes are going to be, and he is going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 3rd level.
Dissonant Whispers at 3rd level. All right, let's go. And that is a saving throw, if I am correct. Which one you're targeting? You're targeting the same one that.
I'm targeting the Intellect
You're
Devourer.
targeting the Intellect Devourer. All right. Well, let's see if Wisdom is actually an ability that it is any good with. No, it is not. So
right.
roll your damage upon the Intellect Devourer, my friend.
What?
What?
Wow.
That
Those were
is
4-1.
7, my friend. That is not going to do much.
What?
What the hell?
4 ones, guys. 4 ones. The ones are out of the way, at least.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, but that's just a high statistical probability. I'm just more shocked at that one.
Well, what can I say?
That will be the end of my turn.
All right. My condolences, but sometimes luck
Wait, no,
is not
I
what
forgot as well.
What's up?
It still hits, meaning that thing is frightened of me.
Oh, it is frightened of you.
And it has to move away from me as far as possible.
All right. Frightened. Boom.
Well, it's not frightened. It has to move away as far as possible from me.
All right. Is that going to be your turn?
That's going to be my turn.
All right. In which case, we move it forward onto Scoop.
Weird. So I thought the whole thing with Dissonant Whispers, it has to use its reaction to run away.
Yeah.
They use its reaction to run away. Creature doesn't move into obvious dangerous ground. Field save. Must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. I see. So it is going to start moving away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out of vision it goes.
It's honestly kind of scary. That it's out of position.
Oh shit, my token changed.
Your token did change. You are now the proud owner of a fancy, swole, big man's token.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what Scoop chased that thing. Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, you asked the question. What's the worst? All right. Go forward.
So he's gonna try to follow to find where that thing went.
All right. So feel free to make your movement and go in that direction. You are going to see it. You are going to see it as jumped into the shallow water.
Okay. 35 feet of movement. 15, 20, 30. I'm going to put everything on this one attack to try to. Actually, no. That would be dangerous. I think I know what to do. Scoop's tattoo is going to begin to channel, and purple energy is going to flow out of his tattoo and onto his sword. And he is going to attack this thing with his booming blade.
Ooh.
All right. Which case, lay down the law and let's see what happens. $17 will hit.
Perfect. Roll some damage. And because he has no allies and it's a one-on-one, I get sneak attack.
All right.
As
Nice.
well as some damage from the initial hit of the booming blade.
Okay. Because it's a booming blade that is magical, of course, you're doing 5 plus 12, which is 17. Scoop. For the first time, I get to ask you, what does this look like?
So Scoop sort of Naruto runs, bringing his sword with him, cutting up with the water, and as he's running, the tattoo's magic envelops the sword as he kind of takes the sword from the ground up and slices this thing vertically from the water upward, expecting there still to be some left. He's about to ready another attack, realizing it's cut in half.
So in a flash, you make your initial strike, and when you're prepared to when you are prepared to make your second, you realize, as I imagine, that this creature has a very slow realization of its severed nature, as you see each side of the brain so very slowly peel apart and then flop down on either side as the creature is no more.
Nice. So I don't need to roll any more damage. I think it's dead, right? It's not coming back?
It is dead.
Okay, just checking. With that, Scoop will yell back, I got the ugly one! The ugly one's dead! Because I still have my bonus action, then he'll use his bonus action to come back and help engage the rest. As a dash.
All right.
He's going to head here, just not to block anyone, and that's going to be my turn.
All right. So that is your turn, Scoop, and your first kill as a member of the Righteous Sacrifice. And now we move forward unto Orgoth, but Phoenix V is not presently here. Although I do believe Phoenix V mentioned that he may show up in the near future. So I'm not going to quite remove him yet, but I am going to skip him. And
I was
move
gonna
it.
say, if possible, can he just be taken by the keeper? Because I don't want him to get hit when he's not even here to defend himself.
That is a good point. So, in which case, within his moment, he is going to stand up. He's going to take his fist and place his fist against his palm, and he's going to crack his knuckles. And he's going to turn his head. And there's going to be a crack as he does so. And as he's about to step forward, he steps into nothing. As a portal opens up underneath him, and he disappears. And into the portal, a lone keeper decides to follow after. And that's going to be his turn. So now it is Roby's turn.
Okie dokie. I would like to first start with my bonus action to get my spiritual weapon to make an attack towards the creature in front of me. So I will forget. I don't have to cast it, but how do I just...
What's the spell or ability?
It's the spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah. Okay. So in which case?
Oh wait, I think I can do this. Hold on, let me try this. Yeah, I figured it out. Ooh, neat. Dang, Foundry, you on point, bro.
Well, that's a crit with the spiritual weapon.
Oh!
All you have to do is compliment it.
That's all you had to do. So listen, roll your damage. You're deal 9 damage towards the one that is in between you and the spiritual weapon.
Yes.
All right. In which case, what does it look like?
So I imagine that like Roby pulls back and he seems like he's pausing for a moment, like he's debating on smashing the head of this thing, and then his spiritual weapon and axe and just kind of crashes down and breaks the left clavicle of its shoulder. And he's waiting to see if a similar action happens, because then I'm going to attack the motherfucking thing that pops out of it.
All right, so you're waiting in anticipation for there to possibly be a similar creature to pop out of this being. As you smash into this creature, you do definitely notice out of the opening of the wound, tendrils begin writhing. As those tendrils gain hold of each side of the opening, it literally tears open the wound and slides out in a slime of ichor and blood. As we see yet another one of these intellect devourers. And
I whack at it.
And you're gonna whack at it.
With a 19 hit.
All right, 19 will hit.
It's one off from a freaking 20. Normal. Okay, there we go. 7 points of damage.
All right. And what weapon are you using?
It's the flail. The magic. The bing bong.
It's bing bong. All right. That is going to be a total of 7 damage then.
All right, and I would like to maneuver myself up here. I'm trying to kind of position myself with my back towards Zug and holding my shield out in a defensive position. And that's it.
All right. In which case, we move it forward. And it is now Zug's turn.
Zug, as always, is going to hit the bigger target in front of him. So as of the last session, I am raging, and yep, he's gonna throw his stuff recklessly, of course. 16 a hit.
There we go. Hey, Roby, I got you an actual mimic of yourself, because that's your spiritual weapon, isn't it? It's basically just nanobots that form. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
what's it called? What's that Scott Pilgrim Nega, whatever?
Nega Pilgrim or something? I don't remember.
Yeah. Basically, it's Nega Roby.
Gotcha.
Like,
All
do
right.
your damage.
So
The 60 hit.
that is a 16 to hit. That strikes. So roll your damage, my friend.
8 damage.
8 damage total.
Another haymaker.
That is definitely going to hit, my friend.
9 damage.
Another 9 damage.
And now a headbutt. Oh yeah. No, this is Zugga, right?
And with each strike, there is a right hand crack, a left hand crunch, and a headbutt. Kapow!
Matt, I forgot to add my rage damage in the first two, so he has 4 less health.
What if I told you it didn't matter and asked you what did this look like?
Oh, Zug just flurry of blows, JoJo style, and to finish it off, a headbutt to cave his head inside itself.
All right. So this flurry of blows manages to take these broken fragments of bone that reside within this Kotoa, and you are mincing them into individual fragments as you see the integrity of the body begin to cave in under each of your blows. And with that final blow, it collapses upon the ground, and a creature escapes out of its mouth. As you are next to another intellect devourer.
What is this small thing? Zach gon' crush it.
All right, and is that going to be your turn?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Which means, I gotta set this back up. Technically, this person has to be not dead, but I'm going to throw them aside so that I can run their turn. All right.
Oh, so you're one of those DMs that take stuff back? I see how it is.
Here, why don't I do this proper? And I'm going to make the Intellect Devourer its
Thank
own
God.
combatant. Update combatant. You go last. And you get out of here. There we go. So,
What about
this,
the other one?
Oh yeah.
it covers both of them. So,
Okay, cool.
so like in my game, usually the enemies are all in one initiative. I might change it in the near future, but that's the way that I'm doing it for the time being. So, you see this creature. It has 4 legs and feet with sharp talons in each, or sharp claws in each of the toes. It stands up almost like it's a quadruped brain, and it faces you as if it had a face, as if it had eyes, as if it had a forward position. But as you're staring at this thing, you realize that this creature does not necessarily need a sense of forward direction. It is a brain of powerful intellect. You can sense it just by looking at it, as it is peering into your sentience. And it is going to gauge the room. And it is going to decide that Zug, being the individual that killed its host, is going to be the one to attack. And so, with one claw, it is going to lurch up and attempt
Has advantage.
to strike you with advantage. That is a 15.
Does 15? Let me take a look. It does.
That is going to hit. The damage of this attack will be 9.
Wait, hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use my reaction to intercept. So basically, I have a feature. Shit, where is it? Fighting style interception. When a creature you can see hits a target other than you within 5 foot of you, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage by 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus to a minimum of 0.
Is that the same as the defense fighting style?
It's a little different. I was reading up about this. Interception is actually way better. So basically, I just put it in there. Do you see it in the chat thing?
Yeah, it's from Tasha's.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that okay? I didn't know.
I will admit that there's a handful of things in Tasha's that I don't have in my brain space. But that's
I get it.
that is a-okay. So listen, it says you must be wearing a shield or simple martial weapon to use this reaction, which a simple or martial weapon to use this reaction, which you are certainly. All right, in which case, reducing the damage the target takes by 5.
Yeah, so I'm trying to like, because I had my back towards him at first, and I hear the thing kind of going towards him, and I gotta just barely get my shield in between him and the creature and intercept 5 points of damage.
All right.
So it's -5 to the total.
To the total damage. I've added the damage to your character already.
So I take 2 damage because I'm raging.
You're raging. Okay. So that puts you only 2 damage down. However, its second attack is going to be much more invasive. It is time, my friends, as the Intellect Devourer puts all of its mental focus upon its combatant. All of its mental focus upon Zug in particular. And you feel a pain shoot through your mind as you could almost feel teeth sinking in to your consciousness. Please roll an intelligence saving throw.
Be smart, man.
I believe in you.
When's the inspiration when you need it?
11.
Oh. The DC was 12.
Lucky.
Oh no.
Oh no, I have no inspo.
So,
I'm out.
so that is going to be, to start with,
Oh no, Orgoth wants to use their inspiration, right, buddy? Oh no.
I don't see there was a past inspiration, so I think this is this is gonna be
It's fine. It's completely fine.
it. So that's gonna be 13 psychic damage. Does raging negate psychic damage? No.
It's the 1 damage it don't.
All right. Because it's a failure, I want you to roll a 3d6.
Oh no.
Oh
A
no.
3d6?
Yes.
Yeah. We might. Oh.
All right.
Oh.
If the total equals or exceeds the target's intelligence score, that score is reduced to 0. But your intelligence score is if I
10?
double check, it's 10.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So you have not been reduced to 0 intelligence.
Oh my god. I'm sweating.
And that wouldn't even be the end if that was the case. I just want to inform you. So the Intellect Devourer, the other one, its assailant is Roby. In which case, and I do not believe Warforged are immune against these things. So
I would think not. Yeah.
So it is time to do much of the same. We're going to be doing a claw attack on Roby. That's going to be for an 18. An 18 misses.
19.
All
19
right.
is my AC. Yeah.
So in which case, please do an intelligence saving throw. Now,
I'm sweating
probably
for Roby.
Let me see. What is this? Attributes. Intelligence. Which mine is actually lower than saving throw normal. Look at that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right.
All right. In which case, that is going to deal 14 psychic damage to you.
Okay.
And I'm going to need you to roll 3d6 and hope that you roll low.
8.
Oh yeah.
It equals. It equals. So that works.
Oh, hold on. You said 36. You do the d6 plus 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
you-
see what I did wrong.
Yep.
You want me to do 2 more d6 or a full 3?
Just
No, you just re-roll 3d6.
3. Okay. Just making sure. Boop.
oh no.
Raggy.
All
Yeah.
right.
I mean, he has an 8, so it's hard to not get above that.
My friend, you have been reduced to 0 intelligence.
Yep. So I imagine basically Roby sees over his back. He sees the other one attacking Zug and like sticks his shield in between, but opens himself up. And then this thing just like tendrils out and grabs around his face. And you just see him like, I imagine fucking like aliens, like the
that's
face
exactly.
hugger. You just see him hit the ground with this thing like on his face. Sorry, I don't mean to take over your storytelling.
All right. I guess my only question is the preceding ability is considered a special, which I don't know if that actually means that it is an action and it has to wait till its next turn.
I would think so, right? Because it gets multi-attack, so it can do one of... Oh, shit, but it doesn't say.
Yeah.
Dang. I mean, it doesn't matter either way, right?
I mean, you're not dead. You are stunned until you gain at least 1 intelligence point. Let me make sure. Let me check this.
Yeah, I would think, because it's not a legendary action or anything like that. So I would think it is either multi-attack or body thief. It doesn't make sense it gets all 3 in one turn, right? Not for a CR2.
For a CR2, yeah. I had intended for it to be like next turn if it was still alive, right? So
that makes sense.
I don't think it's going to immediately start trying to, do its thing. So we'll pass on that. You are 0 intelligence right now. We're going to go back to the top of the order, and it's now Rashid Al-Safar's turn. As you've noticed that your newer compatriot, Roby, the individual that you've sort of offered yourself as sort of like a guide, an assistant, a person to help this person along on their journey. They have this intellect devourer strapped to their face, and that Roby is completely unresponsive.
Oh god. Alright. So at this point, Rashid will notice that they're also striking into Zug, and he'll just be like, shit. And he'll slam one of his hands onto the ground, and you'll see as his oculi eye will begin to slowly shine a purple divine light, and you'll see as serpents will begin to rise out of the sewer filth and start targeting and wrapping themselves around these intellect devours. He's gonna cast Hold Person on both of these. Well, he's gonna cast Hold Person on one of them. We'll see what happens first. He's gonna, I don't know what the hell that thing is. So it's wrapping around Roby's face right now?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll attack that one, real quick. Alright, so I need to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Alright.
Here, I'll target it. Oop.
Fail.
That is a 10. Hell yeah. So you'll see as like a serpent will be, or Shet specifically, will begin to slowly start writhing over towards the likes of the intellect devour, and then he will literally split himself into 2 separate ways. And as he bites down into one, you'll see as the second version of Shet is going to bite down into the other, as I'm going to twin cast it and split the Pantheon. So I need this one to make a saving throw as well.
All right.
That's...
Why don't you roll a 1?
We can hope. That's 2, I'll check. Okay, I can cast it again if you need me to.
It would technically take up a slot when that takes place, but I think you should be able to give yourself your slot back.
Yeah, I just make it where it doesn't consume it all the time whenever that happens.
All right, so you need him to do another wisdom saving throw?
So the second one, this is the one in front of Zug.
Ah, gotcha.
I have to target a second one.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with my friends.
So they're both held?
They are both
Paralyzed.
held. You'll see as like both versions of them are literally almost like a cobra just strangling them, squeezing them tightly and trying to rip them free from Roby and also Zug. And that said, as the serpents are sort of writhing about, Rashid's going to back the fuck up a little bit. He's going to get out of the way and he's going to just sort of motion forth for Scoop and Windveer to, I think you got this. Strike now where they're vulnerable. And that's his turn.
All right. Windveer, it is now your turn.
Windveer looks over at Scoop. Just goes to him, goes, I got Roby, you deal with Zug. As he is moving up. This one already. And it is going to attack it with his rapier.
Does he have
Since it
advantage
is-
because hold person?
Yeah, you have advantage
Oh yeah.
because they're paralyzed.
That hits.
And that's a big crit, baby. Insta crit.
All right.
Not only that, Bardic Inspiration used. Psychic Blades.
Hell yeah.
So, that, and let's see, here we go. Here we go, since it is a critical hit.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Okay. What, my friend, does this look like?
Oh, with it is essentially like I'm running through and I grab the rapier. I just stick it directly between the devourer on top of his face, kind of like a chariot lance. As going on, I do is I look at it, I hit my palm while whispering it. So it just basically like mind convulses with the stab.
You see this intellect devourer, this brain shudders wildly, and you hear a high-pitched screech. And you think the thing is going to just completely latch off and run away, but no, your blow is powerful enough that you literally see the side of the brain blow open and a bunch of innards begin spewing out, and it flops down to the ground, deceased.
And that will be the end of my turn.
All right. Scoop, you are the next one up.
Scoop is going to start running, kind of hop into the water. If I have to make a check for this, let me know. He wants to basically go up over Zug's shoulders with his mirthful leaps and land behind this intellect devourer.
Hey, if Zug is cool with the synergy, go forth.
I don't know if Zug has enough intellect to understand what I'm trying to do.
I think you can just move through his space. You should be fine.
Okay. So Scoop kind of like uses Zug as a springboard and jumps over him. And as he sort of lands behind him, he is going to take his cutlass and stab right into this brain. Be like, get off of him, you stupid little brain thing. Oh, gross. And he's gonna make an attack. To target him.
All right, cutting down with the cutlass.
Don't forget the advantage.
You
Oh,
do
you
get
gotta keep-
advantage. Oh, wait. Does that hit? It hits.
Instant crit
on.
for the rogue!
Oh shit.
10 there, and
This is going to
Oh, Oh. You messed. Oh.
So that's
It didn't roll. Yeah, for some reason it didn't roll like the crit for like the sneak attack. I'll just roll it again. Even though I clicked crit. So it's
in either
15
case,
plus
it
12.
does not matter. Please tell me what this looks like.
So as he kind of leaves Rashid, he says, "Oh, thanks for the alley-oop." And he runs over, springboards over Zug, and falls down, doing sort of like a plunging attack as he lands behind him, but his cutlass goes right through the brain.
All right. As your blade cuts through the intellect devourer, you see a bubbling, a flood of green ichor pour out, and a high-pitched screech proceeds. As the creature shudders, its legs begin to give out underneath it, and it collapses, dead. And that, my friends, is the end of the encounter. But while the encounter has been completed, you realize that your compatriot, Roby, is unresponsive. He is almost as if he is completely powered down. But not quite, because you can still see small movements, twitches in his fingers. You can still see slight movements of the eye. But it doesn't seem to be responding to any stimuli. Oh.
So do we need to like is he like powered off? Is there like a switch to turn him back on?
What is Gyromancer in the ground?
Rashid will just kind of like, again, just say real quick, good strikes, Winvir and Scoop, but then just sort of walk over, kind of like going past Zug and leaning over to Roby. Oh, that close.
Wait, who closed the door on me? It's dark.
What the fuck? Oh, my bad. Sorry. I mean, I'm like the worst person for this. But probably just ask Winvir and say, hey, Winvir, give me a hand. Can I just make a medicine check, like look over him, like what the heck happened to him?
Yeah.
She doesn't understand this.
Absolutely, if you wish.
Winvir, can you help me out here?
It's like, all right, let's see about this. Let's roll normal medicine.
Yeah, you make one, I'll make one.
Hey.
7-11.
All right. Winvir, you've not seen creatures like these before. You've not seen an effect like this before. You are bewildered. You don't quite know what has taken place with Roby. Rashid, as you are looking over, you're also quite puzzled, but as you are trying to examine Roby, trying to peer into their eyes, trying to poke at their limbs and trying to see if they respond to anything, it does not seem that they do. It seems to you that somehow this doesn't seem to be like a mechanical shut-off of Roby. It seems like an effect, some sort of part of your recent battle against these brains with legs has rendered your friend in a standing coma. which I know I switched around his around his token. I just wanted to like figure out a way to basically say, hey, he is stunned. You notice that he is completely stunned. There does not seem to be any response coming from Roby.
Yeah. Have a sort of effect. It seems to render him into a coma or something. Consciousness, but I'd believe that they are alive, at least. But I'm not sure exactly how we'd fix this sort of situation. I mean, time is always typically the best sort of medicine, but I don't know if we have exactly time.
Can we like go back and like maybe someone can help us?
Zug has idea.
You have idea. Huh?
Zug has idea. All right, let's see what Zug idea is.
I remember gnome lady, scooter lady, saying analyzing Iron Man. Maybe she can help Iron Man.
But I don't even think we know exactly where she is, and she could be across the entire city of SEGLESIA at this point.
Worst part is starting to run out of time when it comes to this. We need to get those weapons as soon as possible, is it not?
Exactly.
Alright. Zug, would you be a dear and just carry him for the time being?
Okay.
Zug just throws him over one of his shoulders.
I doubt it, because I rolled an 11, so probably not. I don't think he would know regardless. Yeah. He'll probably just allow Zug to sort of throw him over his shoulders, because Rashid's sort of stumped about this situation.
All right, so you're going to be carrying Roby across your shoulders.
Yes.
Okay. While this is happening, Roby, are you there?
No, I can't talk.
Out of character. Are you there? On the outside, there is nothing happening. However, on the inside, the last thing that you remember was this creature leaped at your face, and upon its attack, you felt yourself completely shut down. And unfortunately, you are in a startup sequence. You've been through this startup sequence many a time as you have powered back up after a day. And while you might not remember a whole lot of your past back since a certain point, you do find familiar the typical loading up of your BIOS, of text coming across your personal HUD, reflecting all of the individual pieces of your functionality as a Warforged. However, while you might not have consciousness to comprehend it, there is one thing that is different. As you attempt to boot yourself back up, you are met with simply a blinking cursor. There's nothing occurring. Not even a message that says data not found. It seems as you are not perished, but you are also not fully awake either. You are in this in-between space, waiting for the next command, but that command is not quite coming. It will take some sort of external effort to pull you out of this cycle. But for now, at least in this precise moment, here you are. But for the rest of you, you are going to proceed with Roby and move forward, it sounds like. Hoping to potentially find a way to recover Roby back to full functionality. Is that what the hope is? Okay.
Yep.
At this moment in time, you have no assailants upon you. There are no Kuotoa. There are no brains on legs. However, this encounter that you have just faced isn't like any that you've come across before. And it makes you wonder if any more of these creatures potentially exist down here. But for now, the only thing you have is to move forward.
All right. So.
Real quick.
Yes.
I just roll something to see if he even remembers. Okay. You tell me, Matt, if this would be realistic and could play out. Hold on. I think I saw something a little earlier. The fighting distracted me. He's gonna walk on over to here, careful as possibly can be.
Mm-hmm.
And would it be realistic for him to say, like, he, with the oculi side, been able to notice whatever the heck this thing is?
I would say so.
All right.
I would argue that's the case.
Yeah, again, looking around, making sure there's no traps around and all that stuff. And if it's clear, he'll go pick that thing up. Not opening if you have some for. Oh, there it is. All right. He'll bring it and then just kind of just read it over next to the rest of the party.
All right.
Oh God, where'd it go? I found another second entry apparently. Here, let's walk and talk. I'll try to read it. But I regret to report that one of our surveyors lost their life to a sudden attack by creatures down in the sewers. Surveyor Carol Farler, a young and bright individual of promise, down by infested Kuoto in the midst of escape once our survey team was spotted by. I shudder to recount the memory, but in truth it was horrifying that their last remarks were the presence of something in their head, screaming to get it out. What that could be, we don't rightly know. The rest of our team has not seen such symptoms that we can tell, but if Surveyor Carol Farler's death is any indication, the risk to all of us is significant.
You can keep moving. I accidentally pinged.
Zug will try to look for
Let's
trap.
go like this. All right. In which case, do a either perception or investigation.
You know, if we fight those things again, we probably should like make sure if we kill one, we gotta like instantly kill that brain thing.
Yeah, probably smartest to do.
It's probably safe, guys. Just follow Zug.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to be moving Roby's Roby's token along with along the path with Zug here.
You want me to check the door this time, Zug? You're not very like let's say light on your feet.
Okay, go ahead, gentlemans.
Oh.
Oh, it's like lagging a little. Could Scoop like sort of like crack the door open, or first of all, is there anywhere to like peek through? Is there like a peek hole?
There isn't a peek hole. It's covering over the lid is covering over the entire opening of the pipe that you're in.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Oh, Doug keeps talking about traps, so first he will check this door for traps, before opening it, and then you want to slightly crack it open.
All right. In which case, please do make a investigation check.
All right, perfectly safe.
You don't get a hunch that there's any traps here.
All right, yeah, clearly Zug knows what he's talking about. There's no traps, and he will slightly crack the door open.
All right. As you crack the door open, you don't see anything on the other side. Nothing's going to jump out at you at this precise moment. However, you do hear some sloshing ahead of you.
Yeah, so he'll say quietly, "Yeah, something's definitely here. I mean, it could just be like a turtle or something. There's some shit in the water."
I guess it's probably the same that we fought before. You be on your guard.
Don't doubt it could be a frog. Scoop will, I guess, go in and start to like stealth, and he wants to move a little bit ahead of the group to see if he can find out what that is.
All right. So, in which case, roll a stealth.
It's the Sewer King, guys. Come on now. We know this.
Zug will follow him but quietly behind.
Yeah, oh, if everybody's stealthing, then yeah, I'll stealth as well.
Does this thing see me, or?
So you rolled a 12. Everybody else has stealthed. What is the average of everybody's stealth?
I got a 23.
Oh. Yeah, it would notice you as soon as you come into view.
Okay.
You will notice a couple things happen. It will gaze. You will notice this Kuotoa gaze in your direction. And it will step forward. And as it does so, it steps forward again.
Whoa, you're getting close, buddy.
A large contraption from above your head swings down as a large chain with a barrel with tons of spikes poking out of it crushes into the Kuotoa, and it is immediately crushed. And of course,
oh shit! There's definitely traps here.
And then
Told you.
out of the sorry for interrupting over people, I don't mean to. Out of the corpse of this creature, an intellect devour does pop out, but it begins immediately running in this direction in response.
If I can see this thing, I'm firebolting it. Or reduce flame and whatever it's called.
I mean, would we have been able to do anything in that time? That thing running away? I don't want that thing hiding.
This was sort of a scripted event.
Oh, right.
So
Okay,
if you want to try to
fine.
catch up with it, you can. I would say, roll a athletics. If you want to chase after it, roll an athletics check.
Not after seeing that trap, I don't.
Okay. All right. In which case, you can just go ahead and proceed further. Although it does make you wonder, what is a chain strapped to the ceiling with a spiked barrel doing in the middle of a long abandoned sewer.
Yeah.
I guess it's like, okay, maybe I do need some details. What are we doing down here? Why is there traps in a sewer?
Helping Coachman.
Rashid will just kind of say as we're walking, we'll first keep an eye out, but I don't know why there's traps in the sewer, but we're looking after individuals called the Severed Hand. They want weapons that are very powerful, and they do not want anybody else to get them, and it's our job to get them. Just keep your eye out for snake-like people, besides this one, and I'll point to Shet.
I mean, I'm more worried about brain-like people and fish-like people.
I have no fucking clue, sadly. And he'll just sort of point to the reports. Like, even throw them over to him if he wants it. That's as much as I know about that, at least.
All right.
Is this?
I had to
like why we're
restart
supposed to be
Foundry,
here?
so you might need
okay.
to. Y'all might need to restart Foundry here.
Way ahead of you.
Okay.
You see it just within your purview, but it continues to run away.
Okay.
We'll say when it comes with the traps, it's either from the previous creatures here, or most likely Severed Hand taking advantage of the previous creatures.
All right, load him back in.
All right. Thank you for your patience as I redraw, or not redraw, but reset the Foundry app. It is up and running. Let me know when y'all are back in.
I'm here.
Back in.
I'm back in.
Super. In which case, you look forward, and as you have reached this point, one of you, as a matter of fact, is going to feel something abnormal. Rashid, you sense an odd static electricity tingling feeling coming from your pocket.
I was actually thinking about it. I'm gonna pull out the, pull out whatever's giving that sort of sensation, probably being the thing Lala Su gave me.
As you are digging into your pocket, your fingers latch down upon the enchanted compass that you were provided. And you feel that same static electricity course through your fingers. And as you pull out the compass and you take a look at it, you are noticing that it is finally pointing in a direction. Whereas it was not pointing in any particular direction or pointing towards yourself if you held it too close, or Lala Su when you held it close to her, it is now definitively pointing northwest.
At this point, Rashid will just kind of stop her, but like, hold on. He'll get everybody's attention, point towards the compass. I actually got something for once, and it's not me. It's pointing northwest. Probably need to head in that direction.
Right then.
We must be getting close, so stay on your guard.
I mean, there's kind of north and then west. That doesn't really help.
Northwest.
Yeah,
You
but
not to know.
yeah, but which way is? But we can only go north or west.
Well, go north and then hope that we can find a west direction soon.
I mean, why not go west and then hope we can find a north direction?
Because west, we're going to be hitting a wall.
You must have better eyes than me.
Who is north
What does
and
one
west?
do?
Matt, I don't know how often you want us to like investigate for traps. Like, I doubt you want us to do it like every step. Is there like a way that you like to do it?
Well, I usually consider it within a kind of an area of square feet. Anytime you do an investigation check, but of course, there isn't likely to be any hint if that any, let's say, 20 or 30 square foot area has a trap, unless you do make an active check for it. But your passive may reveal something that's off if the trap is not hidden so well.
Okay. I will actively look for traps here
Okay.
in this vicinity.
In which case, I will, since you have stated such, I will tell you to make a perception or investigation check to pick up on the hints of a trap nearby. In which case, this would be a time to do so. 7, you do not detect any traps nearby. You do not necessarily sense anything is off.
Sounds good to me.
I-
Following the advice, we'll head north.
Yep. Ahead of you, you see, of course, the denizens of the low sewers, as you see a little lizard begin to sort of like scurry away from you and scurry into this pipe and out of view. And you once again will notice that there is a sheet of paper very similar to the other journal notes that you had picked up previously, lying directly underneath the pipe.
So, I mean, Rashid will probably point that out, but, I mean, granted, considering he saw a trap earlier, I mean, I don't know if he could. I mean, he wants to go about this, like, instead of like, just pick up the sort of piece of paper. He wants to, like, you know, be careful about it if he can. But, yeah, he'll kind of, like, maybe even jump over to the opposite side and then try to pick this thing up if he can.
All right, and so are you going to just pick it up?
I mean, just again looking around, being very, very sort of like
right.
cautious, like so.
Yeah,
looking
do an
for traps if there
investigation
aren't.
check.
Yeah. Investigation. 17.
All right.
Good.
You are going to notice that there is inside of this pipe here. Nobody has gotten close enough to actually trigger it, but there is a crossbow that is inside the pipe that looks like that it is cued to trigger if anybody gets within these 4 spaces of it, or these 6 spaces of it.
That said, I'll call out to the party. Hold. It's a trap inside here. Anybody good at disabling traps? And if so, don't step in the water. Please. It'll go off.
I'm great at disabling traps.
Well, I'll kind of motion you over here. And again, kind of motion you like to go around sort of thing.
I mean, I can get around Windwear is kind of skinny, but Zug's pretty thick. I'll try to get around him without getting in the water.
Zug will press himself against the wall to let him back.
Suck it in, big guy. Suck it in.
Okay.
What's going on? I'm casting Prestidigitation on Zug. Made him
Why you always do this? Pick a mess.
Gonna swap places.
So where's it? Oh, that trap. Oh yeah, that's a nasty one.
Yeah.
As you are peering at it, you do notice that it's on sort of a rotating mechanism. of which it seems to be, it didn't occur to you previously, but there is a bit of light that seems to be reflecting from a whole case of mirrors, almost leading up a pipe up in the ceiling, all the way to the surface. That is to say, trying to reflect some sort of light source above, and that if that light is blocked, then it aims at whatever has blocked it.
Okay. I guess, is it as simple as just making like a thieves tool check, or do you want me to describe how I'm like disabling this?
It will be a thieves tool check, but you can provide me a description of how you make the attempt.
I guess the idea I have at first is a little bit dangerous. Let me see my inventory. I want to use something to sort of see if he can like trigger the trap. Giving him a second to actually go in and disable it. To sort of block the light, simulating that something actually has crossed it. I don't really have much in my inventory for something like that.
Sure. From what you can tell, there's only one bolt.
I have no idea how much has to be blocked. So he'll like take out a dagger.
Details aren't necessary. The extent of the details aren't necessary if the roll succeeds.
Okay.
But yeah.
He will essentially then take out his thieves tools from the painter supplies and kind of do this as quickly as possible as he puts his hands to not trigger the light and try to disable this trap.
I would imagine clever use of the mirror in order to like keep the light reflecting while you also use sort of like an elongated tool to try to like undo the trigger mechanism.
So how do you do thieves tool check?
If you double click on your so if you double click on your token, you should be able to go to your inventory and then select your thieves tools and then hit the roll, and does it provide you a roll? Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. 15. You are able to take a very careful maneuvering of your mirror and the long pair of pliers that come with the thieves tools, and you're able to locate the wire that is set up to actually trigger, and you're able to unhook it, rendering the trap inert.
All right. It looks all good. I mean, I don't know why anyone would trap like a piece of paper, but I mean, teach their own. He'll kind of pick up the piece of paper and just hand it to Rashid, as he has no use for it.
I appreciate that.
To that effect, you notice that this piece of paper has blood splatters all over it.
Oh, this one's bloody. Would I be able to tell how fresh?
You can do I think it's like that's a survival check, my friend. You cannot tell, but it is darkened sort of a brownish hue. So you presume it's been a bit.
Oh, here you might want to watch your clothes. I mean, it's got some blood on it.
Or in Viet. No, I'm kidding. But he'll take it and noted, and he'll open it up to read.
All right.
Oh shoot, that sound effect. All right, so to read aloud, I mean, kind of same sort of thing, walking, talking, yada yada. Again, hoping that people are just, looking for traps while he's reading. But, I regret to inform you that this is the last correspondence. Our survey team has sustained heavy loss of life, leaving merely myself and Kel Farler. That is correct. He is alive, although clearly not himself. I do not know if it was some healing,
All right.
undeath, or other control.
Scoop, roll another check for trap. Since you made it all the way up there.
Just let me know when I can continue.
13. I'm going to have you stop there.
Copy.
Go ahead and continue. Go ahead and continue.
You have to wait till I stuff food in my mouth. Alright, where was I? That's a secret. I already read that. I believe he is being controlled by the same specimen in this final survey. He continues to sit across from the hallway from me. What a hallway. Nah, whatever. Reaching out to me mentally, as if to compel me to let my guard down. My magic shield will run low soon, so I must report the last intel. Our final biological surveys revealed what I believe to be findings which pose a potential threat to the populace of SEGLESIA. These creatures are not simply sick or infested, they are being controlled by creatures resembling humanoid brains with telepathic abilities. This explains the symptoms we've uncovered and the aggressive nature of these creatures towards the team. If they can take over and assume the identity of Kel, who knows who in the city has been infested already? Who knows who is already a thrall? And he's gonna actually, like, as he folds the note up, he's gonna look over towards Wenveer, Mr. Noble over here. By chance, Wenveer, I don't know how recent you've been keeping in contact with, I guess, high society or something. Or actually, he probably wouldn't say Wenveer, he'd probably say Victor, to be honest. This is just key brain. But, have you noticed any sort of strange happenings with the people there? Just curious.
Sadly not when it comes with it. I was gonna say this usually has to be dealt with the Arcane Inquisition, considering they're the ones that deal mostly with this type of matter as in hand. I really do wish to be able to keep tabs onto it. Tabalta, at least my lord, has been keeping tabs with it as well. But not so much of the place that it is. Surprisingly, the scholars like to be very secretive about all of the research and such. This only make things if only things were a little bit easier.
Let's see. Oh.
My guess it's probably Ace or Azabin Ottoman has been the one that conducting the research as is.
Something to keep in mind for later, but I'll just keep our eyes out. Alright, let's continue.
All right. Going back to Scoop's perception check. Scoop, you sense that there is another trap. There is a trap located right here. Because you see a similar halo of light. And you may be facing a very similar trap with a crossbow bolt ready to fire at whoever potentially blocks the light. This one does seem to extend across the entire hallway, though. You do see a halo of light that goes all the way to the edge.
Okay, but the base of the trap itself is over here on the right, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Scoop will say, you know, it'd be easier if we could just go like over to like the left or something. But there's a trap up north. Anyone want to learn how to disable traps? You know, no time like the present, right? We're not in a rush or anything.
Well, probably the best one out of the rest of them to be able to do this. should be able to help.
Pretty sure you can help, but do you want to do it? It's kind of fun. It's like flirting with death.
Winter, I don't know. I don't know if you really want to sort of commit a cardinal sin like picking a lock or disabling traps. You may be labeled like me.
Please. You deal with a bunch of bored nobles. They find hobbies. Anywho. Lead the way, Scoop.
All right, cool. So he'll, I guess, start kind of going into the water before the actual trap approaches. And you said it was like here, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So he'll approach it, sort of take a quick peek to make sure it's pretty much the same as what it was before with the mirrors, same wire and everything. And he's going to take out his thieves' tools and look to do the same thing as before.
All right. In which case, I want two things to happen. First, I want you to roll a thieves tool check. And second, Winveer, since you are closest, I need you to roll a perception check.
Okay. We go perception. 18.
Okay. You are going to notice Scoop is repeating the same steps as before, taking the mirror, very carefully placing it as to not disrupt the light too much, just enough so that he can reach in with the long pliers in the attempt to unhook the trigger wire. However, you in particular will notice that as he is doing so, in the middle of him being preoccupied, you are going to notice something begins to peek its way out of the sludge. And as it peeks its way out of the sludge, it looks like it is in a perfect position to potentially jump upon the position in the attempt of a surprise upon Scoop. In which case, I need the two of you plus the Intellect Devourer to roll a initiative.
All right.
Since you
15.
Since you three are directly aware of this, it is not going to get a surprise attack. However, it is going to go last. So, Winveer, you get to act first.
All right. Look, I go to Scoop and just say to him, "Be on your guard." And I am going to look at the Intellect Devourer and cast the second level Dissonant Whispers.
All right. In which case, that is a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
That is going to be a 16.
Oh no.
Oh, now I get a good roll. He takes 9.
Takes 9 damage. Okay. So that is going to bring it down to that. All right, and that is your strike. Does that make for your turn?
It does make it for my turn.
Okay. In which case, we're going to move from you. Scoop, you are preoccupied in this precise moment. You have a choice to make. Winveer's attack does cause the Intellect Devourer to make a screech, but a screech just as it jumps up into the air. You can either take the attack and finish undoing this trap, or you can instead trigger the trap, potentially harming yourself in order to fend off against this creature.
Interesting. You mentioned the crossbow. Kind of. This one was slightly different, and it envelops the whole hallway.
Envelops the hallway. Correct. This individual is leaping. Is pretty much leaping through it. You're noticing. But it's tiny, so it's not. So you part of you kind of senses like you don't know if it's going to actually, if it's actually going to hit it or you. You are definitely the larger creature between the two.
So I have to make the decision: either finish disabling the trap, or risk getting hit by the trap and potentially the intellect devour.
The first choice is finish the trap and don't try to fend off the intellect devourer, and let the intellect devourer take its turn on you. Or you can instead decide to attack the intellect devourer, but what I will do is I will roll to determine whether the trap triggers upon you or the devourer. So the choice is either you don't act and take an attack, or you do act and take the first choice.
Yeah, he said he's gonna disable the trap. That's what he's gonna do.
All right. You were with that roll of 14 able to undo the trap. You find your focus a little rushed, but you're able to do so. And now the trap is completely completely disabled. However, we are going to notice a third individual suddenly roll into this initiative. And it looks like they may go first. As this creature is about to leap through the air and jump upon you, you notice the silhouette of somebody standing right here as they are about to fire a crossbow of their own. Although I don't have any actions on this, so one sec here. Actually, no, I'll just roll an attack. So they're gonna get a quick attack off before. Nope, and it does not succeed. Okay, so then it goes to the intellect devourer, and the intellect devourer is going to claw at you. And is going to miss. And then is going to attempt to devour intellect.
I believe in you, buddy.
Come on, Scoop.
Does the thing actually come up to make? Oh, okay, I can just click it.
Shit.
No.
I think at this time, you're gonna see Scoop's tattoo activate, and he is going to use his feature to re-roll that.
All right.
With his 1 point of lucky he has.
You touch your tattoo, and the tattoo glows, and the center of the eye that makes the tattoo that resembles the roll of a dice manages to spin and rotate, and you notice your fate might just change. So do another roll.
I also have one quick question. I don't
Yes.
think it would affect this. Satyrs have magical resistance. Would this be considered a magical effect? I don't think so.
This is not considered a magical effect.
Didn't think so. Had to ask the questions. All right, another roll.
Ask the questions.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
There is no effect on you in terms of the intelligence. However, it is going to make 12 damage upon you with its attack, and that is going to make for its turn. Of which case, the other two of you can roll into initiative.
Let's go, Zug. It's time to mess him up. Oh shit, I was ready. God damn.
All right. And we go to top of the order. That will be Rashid. Rashid, you only see one intellect devourer in front of you.
I don't see him on my map.
You notice
on
that
the stream and he's over here.
Well,
right?
yeah. So the idea is that you hear commotion, so you are going to be compelled to move forward, and if you move forward, you'll see him.
Nah, like his token isn't there, sort of thing.
That the intellect devourer token isn't there.
Yeah, like I can't see it.
Huh?
I can see him on stream, like he's in front of Scoop, but I can't see him on my end.
Oh, weird.
That's fine. Yeah, it's all
What
good.
if I copy him and then let's try that.
Yeah, nah, I can see him.
All right, cool.
Perfect.
Would
Dope.
Scoop also be able to point out the Dragonborn? Or would he have not noticed that?
Would Scoop been able to point out the Dragonborn? Well, you see the silhouette of a Dragonborn. You could certainly point out the silhouette, but you don't see him. You don't see him in his full glory.
Okay, all good. Go for it, Rashid.
Alrighty. Rashid's gonna do a good old fastball special, and you'll see as he'll conjure a bit of purple flame in his hands, and he is going to chuck it directly towards the Intellect Devourer. He's gonna cast Produce Flame on it. Send that thing flying.
Don't forget to put the combat initiative for the Devour again.
Oh, yeah. Attack. Ooh, pretty good damage. 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
I could re-roll that, but I don't think it's worth using a sorcery point, honestly. So, yeah, it's gonna be 8 points of damage to him.
All right, 8 points of damage it is. You see a large gash with green ichor pouring out of it, and it looks like it won't be able to take too many more blows as it is. Next, we'll go to Winveer.
All right. With that. I'm gonna do is with it cast Vicious Mockery.
All right.
By telling it it is a buffoon that's about to be flummoxed.
All right. Wisdom saving throw. And that is going to be a 6 failure.
Please,
5
please,
psychic
All right.
damage.
So,
It also has.
what does this look like?
So it's essentially just look at this like, I have enough of this. As the kind of telepathically links with it, and have the intellect devour, just the brain part, just look for a second as sees a silhouette of a gargantuan devil in pure fear, just looking. It's like, are you afraid? Have this huge huge ass grin going on, and because of it just being completely terrified of it, it just dies.
You do see the intellect devourer shudder violently, and that screeching that you are so prone to hear from such a creature. This time, you actually do manage to hear a response of some kind. And it sounds like, no, you must not survive, no. And it collapses upon the ground, completely inert.
Well, I'll be damned. These things can actually talk.
And out of the darkness, you see a dragonborn, and all he does is just run through the water, and he takes a great axe and he begins smashing it down repeatedly and repeatedly on the intellect devourer. And he says, "Dumb brain! You get smashed, you dumb brain! No more brains!"
Dear gods above, they're multiplying.
Yes, look likes that guy.
As this individual begins to stare at each of you, and he says, "Don't move! You might have brain too!"
Scoop immediately moves.
Skewer Tooth will take brain out by force.
We're able to talk with you. Now, I'm guessing is that they normally can't with the use of a mouth. We're fine.
You notice this dragonborn takes his hand, he begins scratching his head, and he says, "Wait, you not sound dumb like the others. You sound smart."
Thank you.
You surface dweller.
You know, I think a brain has this guy. I think this guy has a brain in him.
Oh, it's like our other compatriots.
No, I have no, I have my brain. There is no other brain. Do not threaten me.
It's not.
Do you want to see my brain collection? I've been collecting brains all over sewer.
No, but thank you for your loyal patronage when it comes.
Wait.
to
Have you been collecting and hunting brains? What do you do when a brain like gets attached to someone? How do we fix that shit?
Yeah.
What you mean when brain make you go to sleep?
Yeah, when brain goes sucky, how do you reverse the suck?
Exactly.
Wait.
Kind of Rashid point towards Roby.
Wait moment. What is this? And Skewer Tooth is going to step forward. Is going to look down at the strange automaton that is Roby, and is going to start poking at it. He says, "How long has Metal Man been out?"
Iron Man's been out for like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, about like 10, 15.
Yeah.
Oh. We must act fast. Here. Come to alcove. It is this way.
Hey man, for some reason cannot move my token.
Weird.
Because we're still in combat.
Still in combat. Ending the combat. Whoop-de-doo. Boop-a-doo, boop-boo. Okay, cool.
Oh, also. Oh, wait. Someone's here that wasn't here originally. Oh, wow.
No.
Oh,
I feel
wow.
a strange presence.
Strange presence.
Is
Feels
you-
that
Yes. So he moves forward, and then you see him disappear on the corner. He's like, "Right this way."
For some reason, I trust that man.
Of course you do, Zod.
If it didn't, like, go about smashing the bits of the brain, then maybe not, but it seems fine for now.
You are noticing that there is a body that looks to be on the. Oh, you can't actually move there. Sorry, because that is
yeah.
Those are bars. There is a person on the other side who is lying down. Their eyes appear to be open as they're staring at the ceiling, but they are on the other side of a set of bars. And Skewer Tooth looks over and he says, "Don't mind this one. He is zoned out of his mind. Here, I have collection of spell from tower. As he
Spell.
goes through a small crate, and there is an assortment of items in it, and some of them seem pretty mundane. There's a couple of there are a couple of swords that seem rusty. It's a bunch of stuff that seems to be collected from all over the sewer, but at the bottom of it, you're noticing scroll cases. There's about 3 of them in particular. And he is scanning through them. He's like, one of these does good things. Very good things. I should put Roby here. And he pulls it out and he says, I might not be the smartest, but I have experience working in tower with the magic ones. They
What, in the Arcanist Tower?
Yes, was one of the assistants. They taught me how to read symbols, although I don't know what say. It was...
Feels you.
Yes, words, difficult.
Yeah.
But symbols, easy. This one is bad things go away.
Mind if I see it for a quick second, please?
He looks over to you and he says, well, I would appreciate some gold. Appreciate some payment, if possible.
Yeah, I've been paying all this time. I think it's your time to cough up some.
Yeah, I know.
See, Skewertooth been living down in sewer for quite time. It is a safe place. See, there was multiple mishaps at Arcanist Inquisition Tower. Those are big words, but I learned how to say them. And he goes on to say, I was not around when Big Boom happened, but I was able to collect things that ended up in sewer.
All right, then. I would just ask for your price, please.
Well, the magic ones paid pretty well. Hoping to fix up layer, make it look all spiffy. Should be maybe a couple hundred gold.
How much gold are we talking about?
He takes his hand and he begins trying to like recollect and count. He's like, how much is couple?
I'd say about 200 gold would suffice. Would not? That counts as a couple.
Oh, 200.
I wish I could have just elbowed him and said 100.
I think I might have something you would like in an exchange.
What have you to give me?
Well, you are a warrior, are you not?
Well, I not big magic brain like the magic ones. They wanted me for labor work. But I don't know magic. I only know smashing things.
Well, I was about to give you something even better. As I just gently pull out the flintlock, it's like this. be able to not only hit as well as your crossbow, but be more devastating to the brains.
Oh, how does work?
Very simple. Look, as I pull, get powder. Powder goes in hole. Place ball in hole. Take little rod out. Place it. Jam ball in hole. Afterwards, get powder. Cock this. You see this thing right here? Right here. You pull it back a little bit. You pour more powder into it. You cock it back further.
Seems complicated.
Yeah, some of them get it.
There's too many steps.
Fine.
It's like a shiny rock.
What sort of shiny rock?
It's a rock.
Listen, 200 gold, and I will give you. I will give you scroll.
Fine, here. I was hoping to make things a little bit more interesting, but here you go. As I handed him 200 gold pouch.
No, please, God. Please.
I have a lot of gold.
The exchange is made.
I am crying in and out of character. And this terrible way of business.
Look, look at Rashid. It's like, I get it. Right now, we cannot be choosers. I was hoping to be a chooser. Didn't go so well. Now.
With Rod's fortune. And scams. No.
Look out behind you!
Oh, shit, what the fuck?
As a portal opens up in the ceiling, and out falls Orgoth.
Whoa, what the? Huh? Where am I? Where are we?
Long story short, we're still in the sewers. This is a new associate, and Roby lost forms of thought. Oh, we're fixing that right now.
All right. So when you open up the spell scroll case, you quickly identify that this is a scroll of greater restoration.
Himself like, actually saved myself more money getting it this way. All right. As it looks with this, it's like, all right, everybody, stand back. As you see him just kind of do a little bit of the incantation onto the scroll onto Roby.
All right. And so as you begin to perform the gestures necessary for you to cast this spell, you notice that there is a beacon of light that begins to appear. And this beacon of light consumes the form that is Roby. And Roby, you're going to notice that that cursor that is kept blinking has stopped blinking. As you finally seem to be able to reach out towards past memories, there is an identification of memories and data and sensation that was locked away just moments ago. And you are going to feel yourself power back on in your original configuration. As each of you begins to notice that the twitching of Roby's fingers, the blinking of his eyes, all of the stuff that was just impulsive and not reactive to his surroundings, it begins to actually appear that he has come out of whatever daze that took him over. And he has found himself in a different part of the sewer, along with the rest of you.
And I would like to make, I don't know, what kind of check would it be to kind of do like a diagnostic backwards of like, okay, what happened? What caused this? So that I, Corey, can know how to stop intellect devours for Roby in the future.
I would say, I would say you have your intelligence back. Why not use your intelligence?
So are we talking like nature? Are we talking history?
In this particular, let's see. I'd say these things are not natural. It'd be more like, I mean, it's more of an Arcana check. Let me bring you were back to it was 8 intelligence.
Is it Arcana? I thought we said that it wasn't a spell.
Well, it's not a spell, but it's not a natural creature.
True.
Arcana encompasses spells, but also encompasses sort of creature lore. In my, that is to say, monster lore, stuff that's not natural.
I got you. Okay. Did it not roll? Okay. Let me try it again. Click Arcana. Okay. All right. Normal. Why is it not rolling?
Oh goodness!
Here.
Wonder if you need to refresh your browser.
Oh,
because there was at least one reset of Foundry since that time.
Yeah, probably. I'm just doing it real quick. But basically, what I would say, visualization wise, like you would see, like as you know, like you said, he's kind of doing some of the twitches, like kind of robotically, like starting to move piece by piece. And you would see him kind of like look at his hand and then begin to like scan the room and look at everyone. And then you'd see him just like stop and he's looking off into nothing as he's doing. Okay, now it rolls. Okay. All right. With my -1.
That is okay. That is going to be a 12. So you realize that the creature that had attacked you, as you were doing this self-diagnostic, you are recalling the sensation of that experience, the last fragments of memory you had, the presence of something in your consciousness, in your programming, and it's strange to you, but at the same time, you identify that these creatures are highly coordinated with some network of psychic awareness. You can't put much of your finger on many of the details. 12 isn't necessarily going to bring that information out. However, it occurs to you that these things devour intellect. You have, after the fact, as you have come aware, you were not able to, to sense caution or any of the reactive stimuli that comes from an attack because you were without consciousness, you were without intelligence. But now that you are awake, you feel a sudden rush of all of those things. And you realize that these things, what they do is they prey upon the minds of individual people, and they consume what memories and what sense of self that they have and render them completely inert. For what purpose and for what end goal, it's not quite certain to you.
Yeah.
But these things, but the thing is like these things have a clear connection between each other. They are not individuals. You had this glimpse of peeking into a fabric, a network of intelligence across a large geographic area, but you weren't able to make sense of it.
So I imagine like I'm standing there for a minute, and people are probably, talking, and I'll come to. I'll first, like, when I scan, I look at Zug. Are you okay, Zug? And I kind of walk over.
Zug fine, but
And Zug will look at Skewertooth, look at Wingveer, look at Rashid, and look at the bag that he just, wrestled through in the 200 gold that's probably there. And he's going to crack his neck and knuckles and just look at them for their reaction.
We still need to get through.
Yeah.
Skewertooth is going to look about and he says, "Ah, see? It does good things. Bring dumb ones back. Make them smart again."
It does. To say thank you with that one. I will ask out of curiosity, what are the other 2 scrolls?
He is going to look down into the crate and he says, I have use for things in this crate, but scrolls? Not so much. Hopefully, we don't see any more of the brainies, but I've seen many of them down here. I've squished many of them. In terms of these scrolls, he takes both of them out, and he sort of shows both of the cases off to you, and one of them also says Greater Restoration. The other one is written in Dwarven. Does anybody know Dwarven?
Nope.
Nope.
Alright. Alright then. I'll,
Actually, well, here, maybe our friend knows. It's Scoop.
Scoop has just been outside keeping watch, like just squatting down. Why?
Quick question. You know Dorvish?
No.
Alright, never mind.
Alright. Well, I'll come back for those later.
Like, oh, repeat customer. Well, let me know if scrolls needed. You know where to find Skewertooth. Down in sewer.
Mm-hmm. I'll make sure to send you a message before I arrive.
Speaking of Skewertooth, I have a proposition for you. So, I know that you appreciate your business, and I am a man of business myself, but a proposition would be, well, you know more than anyone else that these sewers, they are very, very dangerous, and lots of nasty denizens are about, but apparently there is a sickness that is happening around, and any one of us could get sick at any point. But you happen to be in the gracious presence of a cleric, an individual capable of getting rid of all the sort of diseases. Now, I've checked up all my companions here. I'm gonna fucking make sure that, like, nod at them like to follow along. and they have been perfectly cleared and fine, but you, my friend, you have not, and you could fall ill just like any of the other individuals, and we don't want that, especially with our new friend, right? So, a deal could be, maybe you'll give us one of those scrolls, and in turn, I will make sure that you're okay, and if you're not, I will make sure to, purify and cleanse you. What do you say, huh?
Yeah, Zugmans has seen Coachmans do miracles.
He actually has.
Ah, magic one.
Ah, exactly.
He ends up rubbing his hands and he says, "Thought I would never see magic ones again." He actually just starts clapping his hands, like, very happy.
Oh man, oh buddy.
Zug almost claps together but stops. Because he really likes him, but it's kind of hostile at the same moment, so he stops.
So, I mean, hey, we got to look out for each other, right? So, what do you say? A deal?
He scratches his head and he says, many words. Put it in skewer tooth words.
One sec to help.
Zuck, please.
Skewer man. You probably have bad thing. Miracle Mass. Take bad thing out. You give good thing to Miracle Mass.
He scratches his head again. He's like, "What's bad thing? I am resistant. Is that right word?
That is correct.
I'm
You are
good
resistant,
against
but you
bad germs. Very
You are
good.
resistant, but you are not immune. See, anyone can get taken by it. We had to make sure before coming down here that we all were immune just like ourselves, but especially with someone who's down here with the likes of those brain creatures. It's a dangerous life, and you have to make sure that you will be okay. So, we make sure that you are immune.
Oh.
And I'll point to the scroll.
You mean like the healthy needle? You have healthy needle?
Even better, painless magic. Does jazz hands.
I do a Prezi just to make it a little more flair.
All right,
Bet.
persuasion.
I think, all right, we gotta be real here. This is deception all the way.
Oh, deception.
All right. Do I get advantage because Zug helped me in the
Yeah.
same with one beer?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this is my
He
thing.
is quite convinced. You have pitched to him, and he's like, he leans over to Zug, and he's like, I like what Magic One has to say. You know this one?
Ha! Me like Coachman's a lot as well. Yeah. You can trust Miracle Man.
Then he tries to do the jazz hands that he just did.
I once again do the Prezi. Make it more flair.
Skewer Tooth ready. Show him miracle.
Okay, well, as a precaution, he'll just begin to lay out his tarot cards and more. And also here, just sit down for just a second and we'll get this ready. I have to make sure that, all the sort of negative energies are all gone. All right? Let me do my work.
Here, sit down in bed. So get out of the way.
Right. He's gonna, Rashid's going to lay out a couple of tarot cards. They're marked, obviously.
Yep.
And he's going to lay out just two. That's all he needs, really, for it.
Okay.
Actually, no, he's gonna just lay out one. That's it. And as he says, so, this card will determine whether you
Are we playing
infected or not.
Goldfish?
No. we are
I know
playing
Goldfish.
Fate. We are not playing Goldfish. We are playing the fate of your life. So be
Skewer
very,
to
very
teach you
careful.
how to play Goldfish. It is
Another
fun.
time. He's going to. So, look closely, and you'll see as he pulls out the card of death, and you'll see as Rashid just oversells it and overreacts. Oh no! Everyone, he is infected. He needs to be cleansed.
Oh my god!
Oh no, no!
It
It's not true. Can't be.
Well, It is a good thing that we were here to meet each other today. Now, let me do a little bit of purification, and all you have to do is just pledge or just take the blessing of Dendar. That's all you need. Now, he's gonna close your eyes.
Dendar.
The world serpent. Yeah.
World Serpent. I see snake thingy before. It was on many books. I don't know how to read books, but I seen it.
Just close your eyes and visualize Dendar, the serpent. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna kind of nudge Winveer, help me out here with sort of thing like whisper prestidigitation or something. I'm going to just sort of.
I am seeing the long snake. It is very long.
That being said, I'm just gonna cast produce flames and then afterwards control flames. I'm just gonna make like a little fiery sort of serpent that's just gonna orbit around him for a second. And then I don't know if Squigs, if you or Victor, if you can help out with like a divine light or something.
Well,
go for it.
I'm gonna do is use Prezi to cast essentially I memorized the marking they had and put it Prezi right in your fire.
Hell yeah, perfect. You can open your eyes now. It is working. You just look at it go.
The miracle is taking place.
And
it is the magic.
You'll see as the serpent just kind of goes around his eyes, it'll just sort of poof. Not obviously getting into his eyes, but it'll explode out into a bit of sparks, and then I will just say, congratulations, you are now purified. You should be good from not any, but at least the initial sicknesses of these sewers. Welcome to the fold.
So I can drink sewer water and I will be invincible?
No, don't do that. You'll probably die. But you can at least help defend yourself from the intellect. Oh, actually, he doesn't know what they are. The brain things. But still be careful. This isn't a foolproof thing. It helps out significantly. But at least you won't be sick with the likes of their sort of forces, but you can still be taken over. Do you understand? Skewer tooth, get it. Good. Now you also will get that we had a deal, so now you have to give me one of the scrolls, because I did help you out as a friend, you know.
I guess. Which scroll do you want? The feel good scroll or the one with the symbols?
Help me out here, someone. Which one was the difference again? This is key.
Feel good was Greater Restoration. We don't know what the other one is.
The other one's written in Dwarvish.
Oh yeah, and we can't read Dwarvish, so it wouldn't matter. So yeah. I mean, I guess lesser restoration. I guess I don't know.
Greater restoration.
Greater restoration.
Feel good.
So, the feel good.
Yes, you make Skewer Tooth feel good. I give you the feel good, and he gives you the scroll case that says Greater Restoration.
A pleasure doing business with you. Now, we have to get going. I hope that your adventures sort of bid you well.
Yes. I have one more scroll. If you have the gold, let me know. Also, you might want to leave sewer. I don't think you be safe down here with the big brains.
No.
What?
Wait, big brains, plural or
There, you saw the small brains. There are bigger brains.
Right.
They float in the air. But I also see lizards out here.
Wait a minute. Do you mean was gonna say, do they look more? They look more like you, or more, as I point over to Shet, like him?
Oh, like him.
Oh, I see. And do you know which direction these lizards were going?
They went south. Didn't ask why. Don't trust most people, but heard kablooey.
Well, that makes more sense than it needs to be. All right, then. Well, thank you for your time, Skewer Tooth.
Ah, yes. It was good to meet. Don't have names.
For now, you can just call me Victor.
Zug name Zug.
Victor. Zug name Zug.
You can just refer to me as Magic Man.
Magic Man. And Metal Man. And Red Zug.
Yeah.
Orgoth.
Orgoth. Oh, sorry. But hey, thank you for business. And let me show you exit. We'll show you the way lizards came.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Please, lead us the way.
all right. And he is going to move over to the cage, and he's going to be like, hey, dummy, stay there. We'll be back.
It doesn't
Quick
look like
thing.
you will be moving.
Is he dead?
You could do a check on him.
Yeah, because I was standing over here, like, looking at him, like,
Yep. So go ahead and do a roll for that. 25. Oh boy. This individual is not dead. He is basically matching the same state that you recall being in. This person has been equally affected by the intellect devourers. And because this person is without any sentience, there's simply no response. They are stunned. It sort of looks like Skewertooth has been kind of feeding them through the bars, but basically refuses to open the door because obviously it seems to you that he doesn't trust this individual in some way. Like, this individual is here locked away in case something happens. And this individual is not dead. He is clearly zonked.
yeah. So as soon as I realized that, I was over here for a little while, so I'd imagine it happened like before we were like, hey, let's leave. I would turn back towards the group once they, requested the magical healing thing. I do believe this person requires assistance. Why are we not using, and I'll point towards the scroll, that if it can help.
No, because, well, Skewertooth, I'd assume, have multiple of them, right? Or did he actually, did he actually have more than one, or is this the only one?
There were 3 scrolls total. One was used on Roby, one is the one you have, and one is the one written in Dwarvish. Skewertooth looks about and he's like, oh, this one? This one been like this for weeks.
Did you try to use the scroll on him or them before?
Afraid. You see, the brains, they don't just make people dumb. They become people. This one, well, brains crafty. Very, very crafty. Afraid this one might be lying in wait.
I'll look towards the group. If he is referring to the creature that attacked me, I believe that he could be correct. However, I am interested in trying something, but it will require that scroll.
Matt, can I do a perception check to figure out what clothes he's wearing?
What clothes is he wearing? Yeah, absolutely you can.
All right. 19.
19. Looks like this individual is wearing a uniform of sorts, and this uniform, there are a number of uniforms that you've seen in the past, given your relations with sort of the higher echelon. There are many different segments of Seglesian government. It occurs to you that this individual is wearing something that may be synonymous with one of those ministries or one of those departments. It occurs to you actually from the journal entries that were spoken out loud, this person's probably a surveyor.
Magic Man.
Uh-huh.
I believe Metal Man actually has a point.
Well, here. You can ultimately decide, but my sort of idea is, well, we know that there's going to be more of them throughout these sewers, and we all know our mission. It's a very important one. We can't have anyone falling like before, especially in unopportune times. This is simply a sort of assurance that we can prevent that from happening.
It's true.
It's either we have a sort of safety net, or we can take our chances and possibly they could be gone and try to kill us and we've wasted. I don't know exactly how this thing works. In an ideal world, I'd prefer to go about without it, and then maybe after we get what we need, come back to give it to them, but I mean, you know how it is.
I feel in that one.
Skewertooth is going to say, this one? Not going anywhere. I keep alive. I good at that.
Well, we could always sacrifice him to Mogus.
No.
It
goes like, Orgath, this one is very particular not to sacrifice.
Why is that?
only
Because, put it like this. You sacrifice him, bad things happen. We do not want bad things to happen.
What sort of bad things?
Excuse me here. Oh, moving. Oh.
As they're walking, I just kind of walk going forward. I just kind of like hold on for a second, just giving him back Rashid, giving back the scroll back to Rashid.
Yeah.
I go to Orgoth's like, bad things happen as in, imagine an entire army coming after you alone. Type of bad.
Oh. But maybe we can sacrifice that army as well.
That's the problem. We do not want to deal with the army because at that point, I would have to fight you. Anywho.
I am not concerned with the politics of the city. My only concern is, if my calculations are correct, I was out for a few minutes. Is that correct? Is that right?
Correct.
How long was the creature attached to me before it was slain?
Say about
Couple seconds.
yeah, pretty much.
Probably that's 6 seconds. Well, yeah.
That must mean it has a longer gestation period of at least above 6 to 10 seconds. However, it may have less than minutes or days. But my point is that if we leave this gentleman here and one of those creatures comes, he is vulnerable and he will die.
He'll be very vulnerable, and I understand it comes to that completely. I want to help him too. Truth be told, right now we're going to need that scroll more than he is at the time being. Hopefully, we don't need to use it. If we don't use it, we come back for him. And even still, I'm pretty sure is that they don't actually go into the into the area. Now, Mr. Sabretooth, if you will.
Oh,
As everyone's starting to leave, by the way, like I want to take the bed or the table, whatever seems like it across this door, and I want to post it up against this opening, basically blocking the door as we leave.
okay, gotcha.
Smart.
Skewer Tooth is going to scratch his head, and then he's going to be like, oh, well, Metal Man smart. Didn't think about that. Anyways, follow me. Here is entrance. Sorry, exit. I get those mixed up sometimes.
It's okay there.
And so my short question for you is, are you going to follow Skewer Tooth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he didn't seem like he was hiding anything, right?
Nope, not hiding anything.
Yeah.
You're going to notice Skewer Tooth is going to move this way.
Where'd it go?
Sorry. Oh, right here. Oh,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was like, wait, this guy just vanished. Wait, what the fuck?
oh. It's like, oh, come this way. Across the sludge.
How deep is
Why?
it?
It's
Zug loves muddy water.
it's ankle deep.
Ankle deep.
A lot of stuff is
Is-
settled on top so it's sort of like easy to.
I gotta be a bougie bitch. I was gonna.
Are you
I
gonna-
thought about asking Zug to just carry me over.
Give me a
You know what? I'm
second.
gonna do that.
What's like, no,
I'm getting this shit dirty.
it's like,
Hey,
give me a
Zug.
second. Prezi myself. It's up my boots.
Hey, Zug, come back.
What?
Can you pick me up? I really don't want to get this shit dirty again. This is a lot of money.
Coachman's really. I found your weakness.
And he picks him up, throws him over his shoulder.
Thank you.
What? Zug just grabs some fucking sludge and just be like, ha ha, throw it on him.
Probably. I wouldn't.
Well, that's the
expect
funny
that.
thing because I could just Prezi, like not clean.
Midair.
But you still gotta live through that, though. You still had to step through it. I
Yeah.
didn't have to.
It's still fine.
man.
Walking by, I go up to Skewer Tooth. It's like, well, it's a Skewer Tooth. What if I asked before who was your mentor when you were still at the tower?
Mentor. Does that mean boss?
Your boss, correct?
I had many boss. Magic boss. Usually name them by robe color. There's red boss, blue boss, orange boss.
There's no way better to do it.
I agree.
I roll a history check to figure out what it comes with this.
Okay. You can go ahead and do that. In the meantime, Skewertooth is going to look back and he's going to say, "This is way they came. It leads to hole in canal. You find exit here." And with that, we are going to leave this scene. I will explain with a 20 Windveer's history check with a 24. The different robe colors represent different schools of magic.
Got it.
Red, blue, and orange. Red is evocation. Blue is enchantment, and orange is transmutation.
Got it.
The description that he's giving is basically he was somebody who basically just, he just ran around and did odd jobs for the magic men, magic people. Doesn't necessarily have descriptions of what they look like, just very basically what they wore.
I figured I at least wanted to see if it was any notable ones. I'm starting to actually talk like Windveer.
Nope. All right. And so with that said, as you follow Skewertooth out, you will find yourself in due time headed towards an entrance. There is a large hole that is in the top portion of a far further off canal. That gives you the capability to crawl out and onto the surface. And so you find yourselves out. Boom. In SEGLESIA. But now you find I know these are old tokens. Doesn't really matter because we're going to switch back soon. You find yourself here, where this large building is located. As you manage to crawl out, Rashid, you look down at your compass and you notice that it is pointing up a slope. And so as you are guiding your troop and as Skewertooth is waving y'all goodbye, you walk up the slope and realize that you've entered sort of a wall of trees. And as you step through this wall of trees, you notice that it is the perimeter of an estate. And the point of your compass is pointing directly at the building ahead of you. And what you see is a large stone house that is nestled on property of freshly, that is to say, it is on property that looks to be of probably a more renowned baker in this section of Baker's Row. As I will bring up the location you find yourself at. It will also need to be... I need to get Zug's token. Okay. So you find yourself just outside. There is a gate Can you guys see anything, or is everything black right now?
I can
got a
see it.
gray
It's just
screen
dark.
right now.
It's
I can
great.
see a little bit inside of the house. For some reason. I can see like the
I wonder
See
why.
the snow.
like I can see like in here.
Yeah, inside the house. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
For some reason, I can't see anything.
I can see fine.
I'll
Ah.
refresh.
Take that. Say, take that for dark vision.
Of course, now my yep, everything's gonna crash. Sorry about that. Am I still streaming? I'm still streaming. Okay. Foundry crashed, so I'm gonna open it.
There we go. Can. Go, we are Gucci. Sorry for the delays, everybody.
Yeah, just want to make sure that there's an actual visual here, because I'm not seeing a visual from my end, which means it seems to make me think that everything is black. Is everything black, or does everybody see, like, terrain?
I'm still loading in.
Okay.
I see terrain.
I see
It's
terrain.
good for me.
My source needs to get restart, I think. Let's see. Where we need to use Roll20 window there. There we go. Well, it's not Roll20, but that's what it's called. Anyways. Let me know when everybody's loaded in.
I'm in.
I'm just on the anvil icon. Give it like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I'm still seeing like the whole front yard, and then inside the house, like quite a bit.
Yeah, me too.
I'm at 99%.
Is the game paused?
I don't see Sean in here, like in the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I do see him. Let me try to put him back in.
I'm here.
yeah.
Okay, I'm in. I can see stuff.
Okay. So as the snow falls, you do find yourself standing just outside an estate of sorts. There is a gate in front of you. That gate isn't fully. You can notice it's not fully. How do I put this? No, the gate. I mean, it makes sense that the gate would be locked. There is a wall that's about 6 feet high, and the gate to the premises is locked.
That's 6 feet high. Is it like picket fence style? Is it
It
wrought
is
iron?
wrought iron gate, wrought iron fencing.
So, big question.
So with the typical spikes on the top.
So, like, big question, because this will determine how I kind of go about this and even explain how we should probably go about this. Does this place look like abandoned? And do I see anybody around here?
You do not see anybody from the get-go. Does not look abandoned in the slightest.
Okay.
It looks like it is, despite the blizzard that is taking place, the establishment looks like there are maybe 1 or 2 rooms where you might see a reflection of light. Very, very, very slight, but it definitely seems like it is being inhabited.
So, and also, last question. Is it nighttime outside? Is it dark?
It is nighttime.
Okay. So, if it's nighttime, if there is lights in or on or whatever, and this place doesn't look abandoned, Rashid will probably gather everybody and say, yeah, I mean, it's pointing to this place, so they have to be here. I don't know exactly who would be here, but I don't know exactly how we're going to go about this. I doubt we could just go walking up to the front door asking, hey, can we borrow these for a bit? But, I mean, depending on who's here, we probably want to not be hostile, but I don't fucking know what the likes of the Yanti people around. Who knows? What do you all think?
I was gonna say, hasn't Lalosu said that for them to survive, they need to lie? Best thing to do is at least try to grab it as much as possible, cause less of a commotion.
So no Zug special?
No
Not
Zug special.
yet.
Zug looks sad.
We would need, as I look over Zug's like, we might need special if things don't go well.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I was just gonna say, in this world, are there like street names or like, you know how in the oldie times, you know, on someone's gate it'd say that, you know,
there's street
such a
names
big
and stuff. Yeah, it's an estate address on it.
stand.
I don't have that recorded, but
It's fine. I was just
come up with
curious.
something. Yeah.
Because out of character, does the party know about this place? Like, it's not like we just randomly came here, right?
Mind if I
You're-
can roll a history?
You're looking across everybody here, and it doesn't seem like anybody is quite familiar, but Winveer seems to be pondering over it. So let's see what Winveer rolls history-wise.
Come on, Big Salvia.
I was gonna
Like
Probably
there
be a really big. It needs to be a
Nice.
really big DC. So how much did you get? 23.
Good.
So here's what I can reveal. I would say that from what you are able to tell, this is the home of a individual who is very, very good at their trade. And of course, knowing that you're in the Baker's Row, this would be the jointed location of a home, and it looks like a bakery. And you were noticing, of course, as you stare through the bars towards the left side, there does seem to be a sign that you can just barely make out that mentions that this is a bakery. And of course, the other side shows house number. But the thing is that you notice something. Of course, there is a plate here that does actually mention that this is the estate of now here's where I have to get a little meta, because I don't know. I gotta
If you don't want, you can just DM it to me.
So we'll find out in a moment. Listen, you notice that there is a symbol on that plate that mentions, that has basically it's a scepter. And what the scepter means, it's a pretty rare symbol to find on the home or establishment of a tradesperson. But that scepter means that this individual is an individual that does business directly with the king in one way or another. It could be, for instance, like, there's all sorts of different trades throughout the city. If there's a blacksmith that has a scepter on the plaque, then that means that aside from being a high-end blacksmith for the city, the royal family might call them to the castle every now and then to do some special work, and it's a mark of recognition. So whoever is in this establishment has some sort of has reputation enough in their craft that they are renowned and recognized by the royalty.
In the term, everybody's like, looks. All right, this one is definitely going to be a little bit more dangerous. As you see me start putting up, like going through my stuff, and actually start putting on like my hood, start doing like actually using my disguise kit. Go with them. It's we do not want anything to be. Okay. Sorry. We need to be very careful because this house. Oh God, remember I said is that there's some people that if you try to sacrifice, very bad things happen.
I remember. You two remember?
Yes.
Looking towards something.
Well,
I remember.
this one is if you do slight bad and get caught, then you won't just have the army after you. Worse. Most likely be having Dante after you.
So, Winveer, as you are explaining this, pointing out the scepter, you realize that you look over to the plaque and the full name of the estate isn't quite in view, and so you brush your hand over the snow that's built up on the plaque, and it says Dalura Estate.
Oh no.
I'll probably look over towards Scoop and I'll just say, hey, the change of the deal. Remember I said find, or anything that you find you can take?
Yeah.
Probably not from this place. Not anything from this place. Probably for the best.
I'm still gonna take it.
Just don't get caught.
Yeah, what he said.
Don't get caught. Dante is someone who enjoys the slowness of it all.
Dante Schmonte sounds like a bitch.
Facts.
Agreed.
See,
Alright.
these guys get what I'm saying.
Give me a second. As like I put it on, and I actually like really put on my disguise kit.
Mm-hmm.
I am Sam from now on. I'll be talking in a different voice. You will be calling me Sam.
Okay,
If
speak
anything.
Ames.
Okay.
There is a 75% chance that if someone is caught and tortured, that they will give away your name. Is a disguise kit going to help right now?
Will, because if you were about to get caught, I'll be the one to kill you first. Dante would deal with you worse.
That would give
out of character. Who's
100%
Dante?
chance.
You're talking about to Balta?
Balta.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just mentioning. Okay.
Hey, when you say that though, Wavir, like Roby just follows up with, that will 100% allow your name to be clear. Understood. Just like agreeing with the fact that you're like, yeah, I'll kill you. Okay, that works.
Exactly. All right,
That's
but
said. You're not planning on. Are you planning on talking to them? But I don't know. What's the game plan here? All right. You
game
probably know
plan.
what to do with this more than me.
Game plan
Everyone's
is
gonna
to
know
not
this.
get caught. What is the game plan?
Squigs, don't you mean Severo to Balta?
I thought it was Dante.
Severo is the head of the house.
No, I'm talking about the son.
Oh yeah, okay.
The son is the one that
I
loves
just want to make
torture.
sure. I want to make sure. Okay, cool. Thanks. Cool. Just want to make sure I'm on the same page.
I must warn you, I am very bad at being quiet, and I kind of like flick my metal. I make a lot of noise.
That is why we're going to probably hide you until further notice.
Sound very big and loud.
Yes.
Would it
Alright.
be beneficial if we split into groups of the more noisy ones and the less noisy ones. And if needed, the noisy ones can make a distraction.
That actually would be very... Thank you, Roby. Thank you. Yes, that would actually be a very, very good idea.
Only if we have a way of communication between both parties. I know Winvir, you can communicate to anybody, but I don't know about anybody else. The other way around.
Well, I can send them a message, and they can receive back with it. We'll have a signal set up.
Okay. Another out of character question. Sorry, now need to interject. Another out of character question. Do we have a hard stop at 10?
I don't.
I mean,
have anything now.
Okay.
I don't necessarily, but I mean, if we're gonna get into something that's gonna be a good cliffhanger, then let's keep going.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I'll leave it up to you. This is the DM. What do you think would be the best stopping point?
Let's continue because I want to get to a certain point before we stop.
Okay.
Winvir, if I am outside and you send me a message, while I can't send it quietly, I can, as you've seen, make a ruckus and sound an alarm.
I will be leaving you and Zug to really be the alarm.
Oh yeah, Zerk can scream very loud. Bigger man is smart.
The rest of us should be able to at least go on through. This is going to...
I don't get what's the big deal. Why can't we just fucking go in here and just get whatever weapons we need? What is the big deal? It's cold out here. I want to go inside.
We're planning to do it in a way that we don't get caught.
Because if we get caught, we get killed. And then no
Or
one's
worse.
happy.
Speaker man, what is decision Zerk make if big ruckus inside?
Big ruckus inside?
Yeah. Does Zerk run to kill everyone he sees, or Zerk run away? Zerk don't like to run away.
No.
I'd say probably only kill snake people, besides me and shit, obviously.
Yes.
Of course.
Anyone else is off limits. If anything, probably, I mean, maybe protect them, but I mean, we'll see. Who would fuck it?
Okay, ruckus, Zerk go in, kill snake people, but snake mans and shit. Okay.
And protect others, or any, I guess, innocents or civilians.
Okay.
Protect weaker mans. Got it?
Oh, now Zerk get it better.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So
what's the first step?
First things first, Scoop, if you will. We would just need you to unlock that door for us. Try to do it silently as possible.
Can't we just like walk in? How do you know it's locked?
This is a high-end estate. Of course, they're gonna have it locked.
I don't know. Maybe if it's so high end, they don't think anyone would ever break in.
Considering the fact that they have the mark of the king.
I don't know what that is. I mean, if it's high end, where are the guards? You know what? Never mind. I don't care about the details. He will start unlock. He'll attempt to lock back in.
He's gonna get us killed.
All right.
With the distraction.
All right. The Thieves Tool check.
Remember to check for traps.
These tools. Oh, I have to click this. Okay.
13. It seems to you that this lock is... it's not so hard. It seemed big and intimidating at first, but the careful implementation of your thieves' tools does actually manage, after a long minute, to find what needs to be pushed, what needs to be forced in order to unlock the gate. And with that, the gate will be unlocked.
All right, it's open. So, like, do we need to hide?
We need to move silently.
Right. So, to confirm, us four and then Zug and Roby are on their own.
They're gonna be hiding until things go south.
Wait. I have one really important burning question.
Yes.
How did Orgaf or this red orc just disappear and come back? Like, is this just normal?
Yes.
Don't ask questions that you don't want answers to.
It's the
normal. Let's
weird
move on.
man's.
Alright.
I mean, if he can do magic like that, can he just like teleport us in or something?
Not that strong of magic.
Honestly, whatever the fucking guy, the black cloaked individual,
That's not your friend?
He just shows
No.
up.
So you let some random guy take your friend, and you didn't stab him.
We don't let them. He just kind of does it. Then.
All right, so next time I'll stab him. Got it.
Here we go again.
Doesn't matter. All right, everybody, we need to move silently.
Silently. All right. Let's do this.
Oh, also, Matt, can you pause
Mhm.
and unpause the game? It's showing game paused on my end. Thank you.
Okay. So that is a group stealth. I'm gonna have everybody. Let's see. There's 4 of you and there's 2 of you.
Hmm?
Are all of you stealthing?
I mean, I'd assume so. There's no reason not to.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was the plan.
So everybody roll a stealth. We will do a group
Alrighty.
stealth.
Even the people outside, Matt, or no?
Even the people outside.
Oh,
God. Can we keep those rolls for the rest of the night, please?
That's Roby and Zug.
For some reason, I can roll a refresh Foundry if you want to roll for me.
Yeah, just
Oh,
to
I'll
clarify, because we're splitting up in 2 groups, right? So are we rolling 2 separate group
Yeah.
checks? So Zug and Roby can roll after you. Okay, I got you.
Oh, also, Matt, on stream, it doesn't show the rolls at the moment.
It doesn't show the rolls on stream, huh?
oh,
I see. And thank you for letting me know, so I can actually fix that. Okay.
20 counts, counters it out, right?
Well, but we're on different. Like you're in a different group.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily.
So you two separate, and you 4 separate. You all believe you are stealthing.
Anybody roll for Zug, or do I roll?
I did already.
What was it?
It was 12, and then Roby got 2.
Oh God.
All right, so feel free to put yourself in the positions that you would like to assume.
all right. So we were.
Iron Man's come behind, Bush.
I think probably should. Where's the compass pointing at? Like which direction? Or is it just literally a general direction? It's just north
It
specific?
seems to be pointing. By the way that you're looking at it, seems to be pointing towards the center of the right side, which seems to be the side that is the house, right around here.
Here. And how big is the place looking? We can try to go around, maybe towards the back of this place and see if we can get in easier that way. Or we can try to go in through the front.
We're going through the back. You insane? Why would you go through the front?
This thing is fucking pointing directly over here. Who knows how
Party's
far-
always in the party's always in the back.
We go to the side. Things simpler.
Oh, let's get the move on. Alright, is this... I'm trying to figure out... Oh, okay, I thought that was a hedge for some reason. Alright.
All right.
Hiding
gonna
kind
say
of like
we should-
underneath here. Yeah, crouching down, making sure.
Yep.
Obviously not in the window.
And as each of you are moving, you are noticing, you're being able to peer into the windows of this establishment. You come across what looks to be a living room of sorts. There is a fireplace with chimney. There are couches. There are multiple places for seating. The fire, you can't necessarily see. It doesn't seem to be lit. Meanwhile, Roby and Zug, so you are staying put here, and the purpose of you staying put is to be to basically be watch for the other two. Is that the idea?
To not be loud and to aid them in if things were to go south, which they are.
Okay, so the idea is right now you're in a stationary position. You are hiding behind bushes. You don't sense that you're going to be seen at all, at least from that point. As you are looking out, you I might have both of you roll a perception check.
Ooh, I'm proficient. Damn, I see everything.
Yeah. Both of you rolled super well. All right. From your vantage point, you do manage, if I'm going to point over here, to notice that there is somebody who seems to be moving through the bakery portion and is putting things away. This individual is a halfling. They appear to be wearing the garb of somebody who is part of like servant staff. And they are in the process of turning the lights in the bakery portion out in the meantime. Because you rolled a 23 or 20, you get the sense that they are all settling in for the night. It's the end of the night. It's, everything is being turned off at this precise moment. That is to say, all the lights are being extinguished at the moment. The halfling manages to walk up to the window and sort of peer out, looks a little left, looks a little right. Question, did anybody close the gate?
Oh yeah, I would
Yeah.
Okay.
we would have closed before we walked
Okay,
away.
and their perception's pretty terrible, so they are not going to notice anything in particular. They're going to continue moving throughout the bakery, it seems. You don't, however, you notice with your perception that you seem to have a vantage towards this right here, and that is a door. That seems to be the door leading out of the bakery into the house portion. So you actually have a good, very direct view of that door if that person is going to come near that door.
So we get an idea, like you're saying that we have an idea based on the way this place is set up, that that's the only way in and out from the bakery?
You can, also from your perception check, yeah, as you're kind of looking over the building, it's one contiguous stone building, but you can definitely see there's a distinct separation in the part of it which is clearly a working establishment, and the part of it which is clearly a house. So with that said, you are literally looking at the door that is the breach between both. So you would notice if anybody came in or out of that door.
Zug, I believe
What?
that if we are needed inside, we can smash through the window and run into that door and be quickly near our friends.
Zach agree. Also, we should keep a look at that door and any snake people.
We should also, if possible, when the halfling leaves, we should get closer to the house so we have less time in between getting inside.
But Speakerman told us to stay outside.
We will still be outside. I see a tree, and I'll kind of point in the direction over here, the tree in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get to that area, I believe we should be well covered from visitors coming into the front gate, as well as from being seen through any windows.
Oh, Iron Man's smart. Okay.
Okay. So in the meantime, we're going to jump over towards our sleuthing crew. What is it? Where is it that you are going, and what is it you are doing?
So, seems to be, if I remember, we are heading like all the way around to basically the back.
At the back, we're heading to the side.
So side? Okay.
Going to
I
the
was-
side,
our
going
party
through the
was in the
window
back.
there. Well, the problem is that they're going. It's two of the biggest vantage points because you have two of the doors over there. So there's going to be high alert when it comes with that. Not so much of a high alert when it comes to the side of it, considering is that they do not really expect that much of a security as well as people breaking in.
Fair enough.
I've done security in my life.
Well, let us continue.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, Windveer, roll another history check if you could.
Okay, come on. I need more big salvias. 24.
Yeah.
Winter's rolling hot today.
Yeah, as you are overlooking this building is unseemly at first. It's in its construction. It's just, it is a stone wall building. However, you notice that there are very distinct details that you can typically pick apart about a building, and you notice that in front of every single window, it seems, there are bushes and a garden. Those, while it is a fashionable fixture for estates, it is also a way of providing sort of an extra barrier or providing an extra barrier towards anybody who would want to enter through the windows. It would cause moving through the brush would cause likely sound. It would cause noise, and you might want to caution everybody as to not step into the garden. Also, if this person is extremely paranoid, it'd be the perfect place to put traps.
All right. Hold on there. First of all, you really need to be watching your step when it comes to these. Even though these are beautiful, beautiful bushes, tend to make a lot of noise. So watch your step there. Also, Scoop,
What?
if you can you check the bushes? Can you check around if there's any traps or the like?
I mean, sure. I mean, who the fuck would put traps? I mean, never mind. Scoop just puts his head in to like not in, but he puts his head over to look for traps. This one that he's next to.
All right. In which case, do an investigation. With a 20, you indeed notice just outside. It's interesting because with the 20, I would say that you're probably keeping your eye on a couple of the windows, but you notice that the ones on this side of the building in particular do have thicker brush. And in the brush, you can definitely see that there is fake ground. There is basically a breakaway platform underneath each of the windows, of which if anybody steps on it, it looks like they would fall into a bit of a pit, and you are able to actually notice a small string that very, very subtly, now that you notice it, very subtly leads up to a bell just outside the window.
Oh, yeah, these shits is definitely trapped. Yeah, pretty much everything on this side.
As you are looking and noticing the trap, you look back and then you look front and you notice somebody step into view.
If possible, Scoop would like immediately duck.
Your stealth check, of course, is not going to be in danger. Y'all rolled really well. But this individual is a young girl, and they appear to step out of bed, and they stand up and they stretch. And they sort of scratch their shoulder a little bit, and they look around the room, and they decide to pick up the small candle that they left lit on the carpet, and they begin moving towards the door, and they creak open the door just ever so slightly, as if they're looking at something. And then they decide to open it and decide to move closer to the front.
I'm guessing they left the door open.
They left the door open, yes. But you do notice that they actually had to unlatch a lock from the door as they do so. So the door is sort of, it's not like super ajar, but it doesn't close all the way, and it's unlatched.
Would it be possible to still see her or what she's doing with oculi sight? Or nah, she gone?
Out of point of view. I don't believe oculi sight can see through walls.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, so she is head sort of towards the front a bit. And you not quite sure where.
Was it Sam? Yeah, Sam. Let's just say we do get caught. Are we talking our way out, or are we stabbing?
Running. More important, we'll probably try to talk. Let me talk.
I mean, I like to talk, but okay.
You will get us killed. Me talk doesn't work.
Is that a challenge? I won't get us killed. You might get killed. I won't get me killed.
The point right now, see if we can get through this.
Yeah, got it. Run away if we get caught. Just need to be clear. But there's like little girls in this room. Like they don't seem like a threat.
All we just need to do is to go in, and then try to at least find this stupid thing before she gets back and notices anything.
It's muted, but that's fine.
Your compass, by the way, is pointing at the center of the building, sort of around here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So, without a doubt, this building is the place you need to be.
Yeah.
I do want to say,
Place.
Scoop does point out the traps. I just want to make sure it's known to everyone.
Scoop, can you disarm it for us?
I mean, here's the thing. Whenever you find a trap, that's great. Whenever you try to disarm a trap and fail, it's not so great. I could definitely attempt to, but if I fail, it can make things a lot worse. Or we could just completely avoid it. Your choice.
I was gonna
I'll say this, and I'll kind of point towards the general direction. We need to get through around here, so we may not need to necessarily go through that one. We could go through this one. If there is a door here, I can't really see if there is one through this window.
Through which
In
window?
this room, is there a door like leading to, from here to the hall, or no?
There is not.
Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't say that then. Never mind.
Yeah, there is not.
Yeah.
I mean, your choice, sexy man. What do you want to do?
I mean, at least check the other bush. If it's still the same sort of thing, then gotta take our chances and go through this one.
Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't I notice like basically all these bushes are like lined with this trap?
Yeah, so I'm marking them here.
Okay.
Hopefully you can see the mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So, yeah. I mean, hey. I mean, I guess if we go through the other one, then hopefully she won't return to that one. Do you see anything in that window?
Oh yeah, there's definitely shit in here. Wait, no, never mind. There's nothing.
What you see is it looks to
Wait, I do
be
see something.
it looks to be a bathroom with a vanity and all sorts of the details don't show very well, but yeah, it's a bathroom.
Oh, it's a bathroom, which reminds me, I really got to take a piss.
All right.
All right, so where are we breaking into? Or are we checking the back? 'Cause that's where the good shit's normally at.
My vote is bathroom.
Yeah, bathroom probably better.
All
Oh,
right.
you guys are some naughty people. The bathroom it is.
Okay. So we will get right back to that. We're gonna switch over to Zug and Roby. Your high perception still is still pretty maintained, as you don't quite notice that person show up in the small area of sight that you have. However,
But she doesn't leave through this door.
you have not seen her leave through this door. She has not come that direction. However, I need to roll for a thing here. And another thing. Okay. You are going to actually notice she does approach this door, and she opens it, and you see just the very edge of what appears to be someone who is let's see. Someone who is about is definitely taller than this halfling servant. However, is very young, and they appear to be having a conversation of some sort. And you notice after a moment that she starts moving back that way, and so does she, and the door closes.
Do we do the thing, Iron Mans?
I think we can move now. I'd like to kind of. Oh, I'm off the wrong thing. I'd like to move closer to the house first,
Yep.
and then kind of like do like a crouch, try to stay below window linings.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a
That's
big door that
that's
cars can come in?
Yep, that's a double door.
Yeah. I would like peer in just enough to kind of get an idea of if there's anyone else in there as I'm kind of coming across. And I'm not trying to be stealthy because it doesn't matter.
Zug is stealthily moving right behind.
All right.
As stealthy as Zug can be, of course.
All right. With your current stealth rolls, you are stepping forward. You see, of course, more of the interior and more vantage point of the door. It seems to you like the entire interior of the bakery is without light. You can not see a ton, but that otherwise means that it doesn't seem like anybody's in the bakery anymore.
Okay.
Iron Man.
Is this a window right here?
That is a window.
Are these trees or bushes in front of it?
Those are bushes.
That's what I thought. Okay. This is a tree.
That's a tree. Yep.
And there's no window on this or this.
There's no window on that or that.
Perfect. All right. I'll turn to Zug. I believe that if we position ourselves in the corner, we should be fairly well hidden and be able to quickly go in through this window if a commotion happens.
Can Zerg throw himself against the window?
Can you jump?
It's the same thing, I think.
Then you should be able, like, out of character. I mean, it's not like iron wrought fucking window. It's a wooden window panel, right?
It's a, I mean, stone frame, but yeah, it's like it's a wooden window panel, the kind that opens both sides.
Yeah.
Both of them are like the kind that you can just kind of push open.
Okay, that's what I thought. I believe that you can get in there. Otherwise, there are doors right behind you.
So we stay in bush, wait for tussle, and boom! Open up window and go in.
You are correct.
Okay.
All right. And of course, as you move, Roby, you get a greater sense of what the interior looks like. For this sake, of course, I'm going to turn off the weather effects now so that it is less obscured. There is a wide assortment of tables and breads that are sitting upon the tables. There's a furnace in the back and all sorts of supplies along the walls. Yeah, you definitely have the lion's share of the view inside of this window. There is not a single person here, and all the lights are out presently.
And these are windows, not doors, right?
These are windows, not doors. They are windows that open, but not doors.
I'd like to kind of pull out some of my ritual casting stuff right here, and cast ritual cast detect magic.
All right. In which case, how long does it take to ritual cast detect magic?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, so we will visit back shortly. Back to the sleuth crew.
All right.
All right, well, let's get this going. I don't think we have, oh, speaking of which, Winvir, didn't you like, I don't know, Spire, scoop just in case?
I got it. As I'm going to basically silently give Scoop a bardic inspiration.
All right, Scoop feels inspired.
All right, thieves' tools away.
Oh,
Get a plus.
man.
You get a D8.
I mean, honestly, you could just save it. I mean, if they want to, unless they feel like they need to use it.
How long does it last for the bark? It's like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I think we'll get into shenanigans. I think we should use it.
I think we'll probably get into shenanigans later, to be honest. I think a 19 is pretty strong.
Oh, it's pretty strong, but it might be even better if it's past 20.
Or I still have one more just in case you get into shenanigans.
I will hold it then.
Right.
We will let the 19 stand.
Okay. You let the 19 stand. So you move forward, and you figure that you can detach the string very gently from the fake ground. And so you take your tools and you begin to work at it. And you are able to successfully decouple it. And you're able to pull aside the fake flooring. It does expose the pit. But you know it's there, and you could step on either side of the pit. You notice further down into the pit, there are actual wooden spikes that you would have fallen into if you would have stepped onto the fake flooring. But at this point, you have free reign of the window. And the window, well, the window is something that can be opened.
Yeah, he will maneuver carefully to the window and see if he can slide it open quietly.
All right. Since you are since you are leaving one area and heading into another, I need all four of you to re-roll your group stealth.
All right. Come on.
I want to say before he goes in, he wants to pick one of these flowers.
It's all snowed over. So in order to make the map, I had to make the outside black and white. I did this in Dungeon Alchemist. They don't have snow in Dungeon Alchemist yet. Everything's snowed over.
Well, Dendar, guide me for the love of God.
Oh
Winvir did roll crazy the entire session, though.
Oh my God, here we go.
You got one more roll to factor in.
Hey, yo, chat, what's that inspiration? I haven't seen shit.
You got 1, 2. You got 23, 26, and 6. Okay.
You were mentioning doing stealth. You rolled on that one.
All right, you believe you're sneaking.
Are there actually flowers here?
No, I said everything's snowed over. Yeah.
Oh, okay. On fort. So I guess Scoop would make his way inside. As the window's open though, right? Correct.
That is correct.
All right. Scoop thinks he is hidden. He will begin to make himself inside.
The good news, Squigs, is we got 20s and we got 6s. So,
It says I can't because it collides with a wall. So I don't know if you want to drag us inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will have to do that. So I will move you in. Everybody else following?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Since Scoop is the first one, and he's gonna start taking the lead.
I'm gonna fucking stop you.
I gotta go, man.
Hold it. We're already in the house. We can do it before we leave, or something else.
I fight better when I piss. Trust me.
We can do it outside.
Okay, fine. Just Scoop starts to piss out the window.
I mean, that's a little bit better. Not by much, but. I'm gonna.
Everybody roll a perception check.
Yeah, oh god. Oh man, I'm hiding in corners with that 6 stealth.
Oh, now I get a good roll.
Question, Matt, is this
Scoop
with
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Matt, is this with sight or no?
This is with sound.
Sound, gotcha.
Good
lord. Now we're getting the rolls.
You hear a door open. You hear more than one door open. And you are definitely detecting movement that you didn't detect before. It seemed like it was quiet. It was pretty darn quiet. Things got a little less quiet as soon as there was bickering and discussion about Scoop going to the bathroom.
Is there anything else we hear?
But
Is there anything else you hear?
What do I hear?
It seems so you're waiting. So you're waiting to see if you hear something else. Is that what you're doing?
I mean, I don't think if we hear movement outside, I don't think we're gonna open the door to check.
I mean, I thought only Windrear heard it because he's the only one that didn't roll terribly on that perception.
That too.
So while you do that, it's like, shh.
All right. I need. So you rolled perception. I need the other two to roll perception.
Come on, buddies.
Zug and
Roby. I need you two to roll
Gotcha.
perception.
Okay, let's see. Oh god. Where's my
I'm focusing on my
boss?
ritual.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Okay.
Big oof.
I would say, I would kind of argue that enough time has passed. Your detect magic reaches 30 feet. Is it correct? 30 feet?
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
You don't detect any magic. You, as a matter of fact, are not aware of any anything in particular. However, the other team will hear dead quiet. It was strange. It was very strange. Because, Winveer, you figured that you, at the very beginning, you heard, just the presence of somebody in the next room. Person humming to themselves. Opening a book, flipping through pages, stuff like that. But then, things got things got a little louder. After the bickering discussion about Scoop going to the bathroom, you thought that you heard footsteps. Footsteps towards the door opening. You heard more doors opening. And then you hear nothing. Not a sound. And you get a bad feeling.
Try to go in and whisper everybody. You need to be as silent as possible. This is not good. It's death sound. So we need to be quiet. Mostly, we need to be very quiet. Nod your head for yes.
Yeah, affirm.
Okay. Now what we need to do is the check, and we need to move. We need to move silently. Please, we just need to move. Just need a check, and we need to move now. All right?
Just let me lead.
All right. Scoop, you go behind Rashid. Orgoth, you're behind me.
Yeah, I got this. That's what my bandana stands for, silent.
All right. Oh, I'll look over towards the others. Not if they're ready, and if they are, then I'll slowly creak the door open.
Okay. As you slowly creak the door open, the moment you get sight, you see a woman standing there with dark hair and a nightgown on, and they are holding a very large, very ornate crossbow pointed directly at the door, and at the very moment that you creak open the door, they fire. And it's not just a bolt, it is a flash of light, as you notice in a very glimpse of time that the head of this crossbow is formed in the head of an eagle, and you immediately get the sense that this is not a normal crossbow. That bolt has a fiery trail behind it, and as it strikes the door, we'll have to pick it up at the next session.
Oh,
Here
shit.
we go.
We're bowing.
So much for
Here
stealth.
we go. I cast summon lesser demons. No, I'm kidding.
And that is where we're going to end it for the night.
Oh
What is going to
God.
happen to our intrepid adventurers in the middle of their sleuthing into this estate they don't belong, but holds potentially the weapons of Dendar? We will find out next week on Tales of Seglesia. I want to thank everybody for watching the session and all of the players for participating. And those players are Squigs playing as Winveer,
Yeah, we're boned.
Ambrose playing as Zug.
We are doomed.
We got Black Man Inc.
Reckless
playing
attack.
as Scoop.
Still waiting on those feet picks.
All right, Phoenix V playing as Orgoth.
Yeah, we're really doomed.
We got Larp Strong Carter playing as Roby.
Metal Man and Big Man sitting in a tree.
And Sensei Suplex playing as Rashid.
Fuck it. Grab the weapons and run.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Tales of Seglesia every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. You can catch the next episode next week. And also, make sure to check out Project Aurora. This is a campaign that is part of this fantastic project. So there's a community, and it's full of fantastic people and all sorts of Dungeons and Dragons discussion and a mini project that is going to come into the fold. built of one-shots, where these one-shots get to interact with each other, much in the same way that Project Aurora does, but in a concentrated, focused setting that is made from scratch. So tune into that, consider joining, and I'm gonna leave us off here. So it has been a pleasure and a privilege, and I, Chaotic and Writer, will see y'all in the next episode. Everybody say goodbye. You're about to go kablooey.
Bye-bye.
Watch this one shot me.
This can only go good.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Please tell me I can shield this shit.